Hey people, welcome back to Thieves Incorporated onto session 31. Um, Last we left our adventurers, they had found themselves the ninth orb and vinyl orb to open the door. Some complicated things have happened.
I may or may not have a third daughter.
Who's a
That too.
dragon? Wait,
I will not take
And
questions.
who's? Oh yeah. I was like, who's the second?
I will not take questions. All I'm gonna say is it was partially a joke, and then the dice gave me a nat 20, and I went, oh, well,
Charisma.
here we are. So
but yes,
So let that be a lesson to all you listeners. Unless you're prepared for the potential consequences, even as a joke, maybe don't half-heartedly make a roll, because then you might end up with something you're not exactly sure what the hell you're gonna do with. Or alternatively, a horrible consequence you cannot get rid of anymore.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, where were we?
We just got
you
the red orb,
guys,
and you got a dragon as a child. For a child.
Yes.
A dragon child as your new child. There we go.
Yes.
Actually, it's more like a dragon teenager, but details. We have magic red ball.
I'm still, to me, she's still kid to me, and she knows damn well.
Well, you're also like the equivalent age of an ancient dragon, so I mean,
yeah, yeah. I mean, Skirvo's old enough to qualify for his own documentary series on the History Channel. They're just like 2,000 years ago, and
uploads his memory banks as live footage from the war of 2,000 years ago.
yeah,
Historical record. And you're like, wait, what?
yeah,
they had cameras
literally
back
do
then.
They literally do it like it's one of those like those soldiers when they watch the found footage of World War II, and you have like the veteran soldiers watching, and you've got all the LDs watching the old footage, and it's like, oh, I remember that. Oh, that was a bad one.
Skirvo misremembers something like, daggone it, Skirvo, your memory bank's corrupted. It didn't happen that way.
Oh, and like there's one shot where it shows a ship exploding, and all of them, well, they look teary-eyed without being able to cry. They're like, rest in peace, you Godspeed, you magnificent bastard.
Anywho, we have digressed.
Yes. That's because I'm
the
genuinely
matter
afraid
at hand.
about my next proposition. It's what are we going to do about the significant amount of gold that this red dragon is simultaneously seeming like she wants to leave behind, but also this is still a red dragon we're talking about.
Well, option A, we have a space galleon with a cargo hold.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Option B, get like a bag of holding or just a big sack and fill it.
Yeah.
Option C, get a couple of crates or barrels and fill them. Option D, just leave it.
Yeah.
I think you're completely underestimating the amount of money that's here.
I think he is too.
This is true,
Because I remember you specifically said that not even Skirvo'd seen this much money in one place
yeah,
before.
I'm not saying take all of it. Good grief, we would fill the entire ship to the brim and have no room for
no,
anybody.
I don't have the tonnage for that kind of thing.
Yeah, gold is heavy.
Remember, I'm the one actually looking at the frickin' tonnage of my ship for storage purposes.
I wasn't saying take all of it. I mean, good grief, that would take us
No,
like
obviously,
4
we need to,
in-game weeks to load all that up.
Where's that?
And even then, there would still
at
be
the
like
very
half
least,
of it, and the ship would be filled to the brim, and there'd be like room on the aft castle at the helm, and like Ticker's sitting on a chair of gold bars so he can man the helm. That's like the only open space.
Sorry, I'm just
Throne of
picturing
ingots.
Sorry, I'm just picturing with all the money we got. It's like the end of the movie of the Disney movie Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Bellatrix is like, so you're saying nothing of significance happened. We're all like dressed super fancy.
The ship is plated in gold armor.
Like
literally,
Skirbo's
just
got
take all those
rings.
ingots to the engineering guild, melt them down, and convert it into armor plating, and just outer plate the hull in gold.
Skirvo's actually gold plated and has like very expensive looking rings on his fingers. It's like, and a big fluffy coat. It's like, no, I don't think anything of interest happened. But anyways, yeah. Honestly, though, at the very least, I would like to use some of this gold to solve some immediate money troubles. As over the week, John pointed out an issue we have. We don't currently got the capital for the crew this week. So this money sitch is going to have to be something we try to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
So unless we miraculously manage to not, I guess you could put the Red Dragon in characters known now. Haven't seen this screen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, hadn't seen this screen in a while. I mean, since the Crimson Duchess kind of became our main.
I think the
map
last
for a
time we were
while.
on this screen was when the cooks were recruiting, as evidenced by the tally marks in the corner.
I think we were on it the session after that, but I believe you're correct.
There we go.
I don't know. I don't remember what. I just remember that there was a whole after session of us spending 2.5 actual hours putting together a ship, and it was and by the end of it, I could not stop laughing, and I still laugh every time I look at that thing. And it's only gotten more ridiculous because hello. Hello, my new child. Yes. So, first of all, I want to confirm, Spencer. The dragon has effectively clear. Sorry, that's not the term I'm looking for. Has effectively abandoned claim on this hoard.
Nah, she still wants it. I mean,
okay.
A red dragon's a red dragon. And if
of course.
And if it means that her first fight to claim it is to kill you guys, then...
No, of course. Of course. Just wanted to check that for him first. All right. Okay, so first. All right, so our first order of business is, now that we have the orb of which we seek, we now also have to deal with Bella's thing, as well as potentially stop a potential riot from happening,
Mm-hmm.
considering as
Wait.
I came to
Quick
my
question.
light. Yes?
Quick question. So is
Yeah.
what's her name? The dragon, is she leaving with us?
You never asked her.
That's what I should ask.
All
right.
I just wasn't sure because of, you know, all the joking around about Curvo adopting the dragon. I wasn't sure if what the actual situation was with that.
Well, I mean, the dragon has already. It's in the recording last session. The dragon has already accepted the idea of traveling with us. Whether or not she's leaving now is a different question entirely.
Well, when we leave the plane, she's leaving with us. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been confirmed.
Yeah.
I nat 20'd that.
I mean, okay. You might need to find like another red dragon to replace the situation. Oh shoot. That's a whole thing in itself.
That can be like after campaign stuff. We can work, that can be off camera after campaign stuff.
I mean, in
Alright.
all honesty, it probably won't even matter, considering there's a high likelihood we're destroying everything that is the reason for the dragons in the first place.
No, I only asked because we could take a loan from the dragon, or
A small loan of $1 million.
yeah, and offer to
I'm
let,
sorry, are we
like,
literally
act as
considering?
portable storage for parts of the horde, because as has been previously discussed, there's no way all of that is fitting inside the galleon.
I'm sorry, my mind immediately went to the fact that it's like, I'm sorry, are you trying to think of my new daughter as a bank?
Well, you know the two people who have enough money to solve our current employment payment, our current payroll issues?
Yeah.
The dragon and the mouse, neither of which are probably willing to part with their gold. So who do you
Oh,
want to take the
fuck
loan
no.
from?
Fuck no.
So who do you want to get the loan from? The dragon or the mouse?
Okay, listen, what I would probably do is take what would be the most reasonable explanation if it wasn't for the fact that I'm not fully aware of how much gold she actually has. I only have been recently made aware that she has a large sum of gold. In character, not out of character. Out of character, I know she's got a crap ton. The point is that realistically speaking, what would be the safest bet is to take a loan from the dragon and then use Paimon's gold to pay back the dragon. And when Paimon comes asking questions, I tell her to take it up with the dragon.
Well, all Paymon's money is in her storage room.
Yeah, it's in the
Yeah.
demi
And she only has the key to the storage room.
You do know I'm a rogue too, right?
I'm also a rogue, so like
Anyways.
she still has a trash hoard up there in the crow's nest, man.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, trying to take a loan from a dragon may not be such a bad idea, especially since campaign-wise, I genuinely can't see I can't see us really lasting another 2 weeks here.
Yeah.
Like both financially and campaign wise, because I'm pretty sure we're reaching the end stretch, which is really weird to say now. Watch, as it's still going to be like another half year before we see the end.
Yeah, we're gonna have another hiatus.
My powers of prophecy aside, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I guess I'll do the asking. It's my kid.
You're also the one with the charisma.
Yeah. I'm like, it just made me laugh as I came down to realize, oh, after a week of talking to people, I wanted to sit down, de-stress, and talk to more fucking people. All right. Anyways, let's see here. Okay. All right then. Well. All right. I suppose so we're in the aftermath of the immediate killing of the dude. Did anyone else want to start with something as their because the dude's dead now and it was pretty frickin' violent too?
You want to grab like a random artifact from the pile of stuff?
I mean, if it's his stuff.
I mean, I don't want to take stuff from the dragon.
Yeah.
I was saying if it's his stuff, that's another matter entirely. I don't think the dragon cares too much about the stuff that came from the
Ifriti.
Ifriti. Thank you. I keep wanting to say Jinn.
Jinn is not incorrect. Jinn is the term for all genies. Ifritis are a specific variety of genie.
Okay. So I was right.
Yes, a genie is a different thing from an Ifriti. That's the air genie, the only type of genie that's actually good.
Well, yeah.
Lovely.
Well, anyways, if no one has anything else they want to say about the very dead bloke, I'm gonna start. Mr. Ticker, while I'm thinking about it, Ticker, Mary, while I'm thinking about it, what are our current financials? What, now? We have crew to pay at the end of the week, and I need to make decisions.
Not good. Not terrible. We've been in worse situations.
Aye. Right then. Miss Shahara?
Yeah, what it do?
Wait, Captain, you're not doing what I think you're gonna... I would like to borrow some of... If it would be all right, I would like to borrow some of your wealth. A loan. Pay it... Your money will be returned, and of course there may even be a bit of something on top.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. I mean, worst she can say is no. I mean, it's not like he was demanding it. He was asking kindly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If she's willing. If she's not, I mean, that's just how that is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good Lord. That moment when you can't read. Not even because your handwriting's horrible. It's just because your mind has shut that part off of your brain.
16. So, with that result, so she gives hold up. Really should have made a should have made a. What is it? Yeah. How much you need? 20% interest.
Sounds fair. You know what? For the sake of expediency, we'll just come up with the amount later. If that's all right with
All
you,
right.
Spence?
Yeah, that's
'Cause-
totally fine with me.
Yeah, we can hand wave that and get
we
to
can calculate
other
the
more
exact
important
number.
things. Yeah.
Calculate the number off screen.
Yeah, honestly, I would much prefer to do my accounting off screen, especially since it's already tax season and I still need to do mine. God, if it wasn't for the fact that I need my computer to be doing other things right now, I would literally be doing them right now. Anyways,
And Spencer,
Blurred
there
out
was
the
a.
pile of coins is exchanged hands.
By the way,
also, would you...
by the way, Spencer, there is a question I want to ask you real quick. While
Ah,
we're
yes. What's the question?
while we're talking. So, with the help of the World Shaper Sextant, how long is it going to take me to finish my secret project?
It would. Okay, so. Alright, so speed is doubled, and then speed is doubled again, so then that's 4 times speed.
Plus, I have the
Um,
access to the Fabricate spell.
Access with the
and the help
fabricate
action from a
spell.
Mary. I don't know if that matters, but you got that.
I don't know if Mary can help with this project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the Fabricate spell
If
couldn't create it itself because it's a magic item, but it could create some of the non-magical components.
Yeah.
Do you have the blueprints already? Did we already discuss this?
I've spent
Yeah.
a total of 24 hours on the blueprints.
Okay. All right. 44 hours. That
I
is
think
roughly
blueprints.
okay. So 44 hours.
24,
and
not
you already
44.
have that. In plan.
24, not 44.
Which means, okay. All right, 24.
That's still
Which
quite a long time.
means, yes.
So probably the entirety of the blueprints if I spent 24 hours on them. So
Honestly, 44 hours, you would have made 14 blueprints.
Would have
Oh,
designed a rocket using rocket science.
all
Like,
right.
I want to have like, I want to have my. You're like, I want to have like 14 copies of my secret project just in case.
Backups.
Trying to think.
Contingency plans.
Honestly, with
Well,
this
not
party
necessarily
alone,
backups, more like what you call it. Okay, so if we combine that 24 hours, an entire day spent on this entire thing. However, what is it? Okay.
if you hear me making weird noises, by the way, that's because I'm working on some wiki stuff in the background.
all
All right. Table. Okay. So, looking at something real quick.
Okay.
All right. Dang it, that does not help. Okay. I'm doing some quick math at the moment because this is a very, what is it? And we're going to be playing very fast, very loose.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay, so. All right. Back to calculator. All right. So we take this amount of time, divide by this number.
I almost forgot what it was like to have a slow session.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm not upset. I just thought it was hilarious. Got so
all right.
intense lately.
We are agreeing that this is on par with a legendary magic item.
Fair enough.
Okay then. All right. So if we take that, and you plan on doing this by yourself, how many people
Uh,
do you want helping you?
probably the 4 engineers, since they
All
would
right.
have some knowledge about this. Well, this kind
Okay.
of
So
like adjacent knowledge, not knowledge of this specifically. So a total of 5 people, one of which doesn't have to sleep.
all right. So then we take this number and we divide it by that. Um, it's a funny number. Um, multiply that by
Stinky.
this. Hmm. Hmm. In theory, with 5 people working on this, with the blueprints already in hand and a copy of each of them, um, on par with something known as a legendary item, it would take 142 days,
Holy crap!
which is a far cry from the number that it was going to be, which would be 55 years.
Yeah.
5 years. Goodness gracious.
Wow. Wait, is that with his fabricate and stuff?
Yeah. That's with fabricate, with everything.
Okay, wait, hold up. Fabricate. I'm trying to think of like how fabricate functions in
So
all of
let
this.
me go get the spell description here.
Yeah.
So fabricate, the fabricate spell, you convert raw materials into products of the same material. For example, you can fabricate a wooden bridge from a clump of trees, a rope from a patch of hemp, and clothes from flax or wool. Choose raw materials you can see within range. You can fabricate a large or smaller object contained within a 10-foot cube or 8 5-foot connected cubes given a sufficient quantity of raw material. If you are working with metal, stone, or another mineral substance, which I will be, however, the fabricated object can be no larger than medium, contained within a single 5-foot cube. So I couldn't build the whole thing at once. I would have to build it, piece by piece. The quality of object made by the spell is commensurate with the quality of raw materials. Creatures or magic items can't be created or transmuted by the spell. You also can't use it to create items that ordinarily require a high degree of craftsmanship, such as jewelry, weapons, glass, or armor, unless you have proficiency with the type of artisan's tools used to craft such objects. So
All
basically,
right,
I wouldn't be
next
able to
question.
fully make it, but I would be able to make the outer shell and maybe some of the other components, which I feel like would be where most of the time would be spent.
Hmm.
Because if you think about it,
All right.
the outer shell of the thing I'm building is non-magical.
Right, right.
It's
Next question. What artisan's tools are you proficient with?
all of them because I have an all-purpose tool.
All right then. Okay,
You have
so we're gonna.
expertise with all of them.
Yes, I have expertise with all tools.
All right, so we're gonna take this number divided by. What is it? This number. All right. It would take roughly 14 days.
Okay, yep. Okay, awesome.
I can work with that.
Yeah, I can definitely work with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just got our crew payments figured out.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, I have to figure out how to pay the dragon after session, but
More after campaign, honestly. That's the kind of thing we can worry about as an after campaign. We can come up with some sort of explanation that happened between games. Like Skuro had a stash of gold somewhere that he went and found.
honestly,
suggesting where you guys are going, it's not going to be that big of an issue.
no, it's not honestly. Although I will say that it honestly would be pretty funny to role play a thing of just like a party finds a hidden cave of treasures, and then it's just like, and then like while they're exploring it, suddenly one of the walls breaks down, and Skirvo walks in and he's like, "Bloody hell, it's still here!" I honestly
There's a
was not expecting
confrontation
that.
with like the adventuring party. It's just a random robot skeleton comes out of nowhere and saying, "Hey, this is my money."
I needed to pay back a dragon.
Yeah. I have a loan to pay my kid. Putting her through college. Oh, jeez. Anyways. So, another question. Oh, and by the way, Shahara, would you like to familiarize yourself with the ship on which we will be traveling?
Well, it's the same one from earlier. I think I know what it is. I guess if you want me to be on deck, maybe.
Well, I mean, being on deck's how you're gonna is how traveling's going to work. So I think it would be. So I think it might be in your best interest to at least learn a few of the. To at least learn some of the crewmen.
Though, if I recall
And
correctly, red dragons can actually survive unaided on the astral plane. I think there are some. I think there's a group of pirates that rides them into battle.
That is interesting.
Eh.
Also, that is a most noble steed.
Shahara is disgusted by both of you.
Tinker
I will
didn't.
be
Tinker
ridden
didn't give
by
his
no
opinion
one.
of whether or not dragons should be ridden. He
Yeah,
just said
he
dragons
just
are
said-
ridden.
Yeah, also Darwin said that is like a noble
A most
like
noble of steeds. It's like I am not a horse, you snake.
of course you're not.
no, far better than any horse ever.
You
Any
just
horse ever could
insulted her.
do.
What is wrong with you?
Bloody hell, don't start talking about horses. Now you're making me think of Marshall.
Raised
That
eyebrows.
was a very long time ago. Well, it's...
But yes.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to do at the moment?
Well, I think we should honestly... we should probably look into doing our thing with Bella, while
Yeah.
at the same time have Mary do the general vibe check,
Yep.
which is another reason I feel like the dragon should be there.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. And
Oh,
So-
wait, we're about to have the red dragon meet the four-headed
yeah,
amalgamation. That's
Yeah.
the only word I can come up with.
but also something equally hilarious.
Lord of Ox.
That too.
Yes,
no,
no, it's be coming on and be like, Lord of Ox, double the rations. We got another dragon in the crew.
would you? Well, in any case, we have things we'll need to take care of in the city. Mary, why don't you show Sahara around and perhaps figure out arrangements for quarters when
I'll be right back.
for the trip. If she desires, she can still sleep here while we're on this plane. I would like it if the crew met one another. I'm sorry, you're telling me to go back with the dragon? Sorry, Spencer?
Yeah. Yes. What would it be?
What?
It sounded like that you were still in mid-conversation with yourself.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. No, it's just. Sorry,
I love
kind
I
of.
love describing it as Joey being in conversation with himself.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is
Can you
sometimes.
imagine if the flail snail showed up at this moment?
Oh my god.
He's like, "There's two of you. What? What?"
I mean, we already had the flail snail.
Yeah, but there weren't
Oh,
two.
yeah.
We were all only playing a single character at the time.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh god, that
This is
poor
getting
flail
out of
snail.
hand.
If he,
Now
oh
there are
god, that
two of
poor,
them.
oh god, that poor flail snail. If he showed up when I'm voicing like the other LDs too.
They're multiplying.
He's like,
15
he's
of
like,
them?
he's like, you're all
all the
him,
same.
but also not him. What's going on? What is this?
They're multiplying.
Oh, you hands of some formidable puppet master.
No, anyways, so it's like, I'm sorry, you wanted me to go back with the dragon? Speaking of which, would you be willing to take Mary back to the Duchess with you? I'm not asking you to let her ride. I'm saying you can just carry her in a claw. But are you listening to me?
Hmm.
Shahar's response, please.
Shahara's response is, I don't think it's smart to just go out and walk, especially if no one's here. Those dang grave robbers.
Oh, thank God.
And if people will notice when a dragon leaves.
Fair enough.
And so with that, she transforms into a more humanoid appearance for the time being.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Mary, lead Shahar on the way, and we'll catch up with you at a later time. Oh, thank God, you're actually more sensible than he is.
I despise this form with all my being. I
Yeah,
feel
but flying
small.
there would have given me a heart attack. And I suppose we'll head our separate ways for now.
Yep. Whose story do we want to follow first? There's
I'll
free
leave that to
time.
party vote.
All right. Maddie, what do you want to do?
You want to do
Probably
Bella's thing, or you want to deal with the chaos on the ship?
the Bella thing.
Fair enough.
All right. What do you want to do with Bella's? Oh wait. Oh, we gotta get with everyone else's thing. John, what do you want to do?
Dearest Jonathan?
Jonathan Joestar?
What?
It's an anime character who's frickin' memed all over the place.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Along
not
with
hard to
Joseph
understand why.
Joestar?
Honestly, Brad, if you see even one clip of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you'd immediately understand why that show is memed to death. I mean, hell, the name by itself should tell you something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did John walk
Alright.
away?
No, he was.
For a second I did because I had to get idiot off the countertop.
I think his name is Loki, but all right.
Chaos Gremlin.
Okay, Maddie. Yeah, no, there you go.
A good
no.
example.
Yeah, no, perfect. Yeah, no, that's just no context, no context of the show, and that is actually weirdly all you need to know.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that there's a shitload more going on with it, but honestly, this is enough.
Lovely.
For our purpose,
Anyway.
what Maddie brought was sufficient.
But yes,
Anywho.
Jonathan, what do you want to do?
I don't really
You-
care either way.
All right, so we have
Oh,
two.
Okay.
We have two indifferents. One vote for one vote for the Bella thing, and Bradley.
Sure, I'm fine with getting the Bella stuff dealt with first.
All right, 2 votes for the Bella, two votes for an indifferent. Here we go. Let's go do the Bella thing.
All right. So, Paimon,
Yes.
because this is more or less your thing
Mhm.
to some extent. How do you want to approach this? You know that you have to get a magic staff from from a notorious member of a gang called the Wheelers. They're called such because they control basically the entirety of the gambling district. Ownership of the staff will then grant listen the reason why Bella wants the staff is unknown. As
Okay.
what do you want to do? Do you just want to like go in and tackle the boss guy? Do you want to sneak in somehow? Do
I-
you want to just throw off the mission and just start gambling?
Do you want
It's
to
more
make
of
sure
a
you have
Mortimer
backup?
thing. Maybe it'll be like a babysitting thing where Mortimer like takes Paimon to the gambling ring as like uh a oh gosh distraction. Or like Mortimer's there as a distraction and Paimon just goes in and steals the scepter or whatever, the staff.
All right. How do you want to go about doing this? It's planning stage.
Okay,
There are many
okay.
plans you'd go through. If there's anything that strikes your fancy or creativity, just go ahead with it.
Oh,
Do you want some
Mortimer.
ideas? I can give you some ideas.
Okay, if you want to give me some ideas, go ahead.
Okay.
I will be right back. I am retrieving water.
All right. So we're gonna say in the other moments that you have had free time, you have done research on this matter because you care about your job to some extent. What is it? So you know that the what is it? So you know that the leader of the what is it? Is a funny-looking man, who wears yellow tinted glasses and kind of a purple outfit, and the entire place is kind of centered around. Listen, is him. He is a very vain person, and so if you look at any of the windows, they're all in mosaics, kind of in his shape of face, if you will. Um, Other things you've learned about the place is that you believe, well, is that there are many rumors that he is a changeling of sorts, and so can transform into any sort of other humanoid of his choosing. Yeah,
Oh my
I guess
God,
some
it's
ideas.
Norm.
Okay.
Sorry.
I mean,
Don't even. Don't
I
even.
mean, he could be Norm. You don't know, or Norm could be him.
Honestly, it would almost be just as hilarious and true if the only person he couldn't disguise himself as was Norm. He's
It's too normal.
he is so unobtrusively normal that it's kind of abnormal in its own way, despite being so normal, if that makes any semblance of sense.
But yes. So a couple of things you could do is you could what is it? Is once again you could go with the idea that Mortimer can cause a scene. However, you do know that there's a security checkpoint at the front door that takes away people's weapons. Um,
Okay.
so going through the front entrance, you'd either have to be very sneaky about how you get in with your weapons, or in some sort of way like other types of tools, such as thieves' tools and just random objects, if you will. Um, or you could try for an alternative entrance. So the Wheeler's Den takes place on the fifth floor of a high-rise building. Beneath it, or at least so on the fourth floor of the building is a bakery that takes out the entirety of the floor, and there's stairs in the back entrance that, well, in a side entrance that the cooks go up to, and there's a small restaurant slash bar inside of the Wheeler's Den. Um, so yeah, I guess a couple of ideas that
Maddie,
so that's
there's
some
cooks,
information.
and you can put flour everywhere because you have it. I don't know how that'll help, but you can. But but the option is there. You got flour and 2 chefs
Um,
that are unrelated, weirdly.
Just gonna just see if I could just sneak into the high rise.
all right. Do you want to scale the building from the outside?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Um, okay, so we have a semblance of a plan.
I
Yes.
just
All
want to
right.
point
That's
out
pretty
that
good.
first of all, I just want to point out that it sounds like we may have actually split the party 3 ways. If I'm understanding this correctly.
Yeah, I think you have.
Yeah, because Maddie's doing her Bella thing.
Mhm.
We're doing a different Bella thing, which is talking to just talking to her and getting stuff straightened out. And then there's, of course, everyone else with the kitchen sink. Yes, it's
Yeah.
stolen.
From the gift, no less.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, it's not really stolen. It's salvager's rights.
This is true.
Anyways, continue with Maddie's thing. I just pointed that out because I realized that just now. It dawned on me.
All right. Hmm.
Good luck. You got this, Maddie. Break a leg.
Okay.
Will.
Preferably
All
not
right.
yours.
What is it? Okay, so tools that you'll need to, what is it? Tools that you need to, okay, so, all right, so for the plan that I have, or at least that I think that you're doing, is, okay, so after scaling it from the outside, how do you want to break in?
Break in. Probably if there's like I could check for like open windows, right? Like, or just like
Yes,
ajar
you are
windows.
tiny. I forgot about that. Okay,
Yes.
so, there's a couple of water drainage pipes that you could probably go through at that point. If so, that'll bring you, what is it? That will probably bring you to, what is it? Bring you to the roof, which will have a small hole, or at least through your studying, has a small hole that will lead you inside. Well, as near the, what is it? Near the bar area.
Okay.
According to this night, you believe that, what is it? That the leader will, was also known as, um, gosh, freaking dang it! I lost where I
Wheeler.
put his name.
T- no, okay.
Um, uh, Wayne. That's his name. That's the so. All right. So you know that Wayne likes to host. What is it? Likes to host was a very much illegal game of Wheel of Misfortune, if you will. Um, where a party is set and where a party is set in the main room where they spin a giant wheel, and on the wheel depicts what type of punishment will be given, well, not punishment, but um what type of gamble the person who is currently the contestant, in quotes, victim, um will be trying to do. You know that Wayne likes to host these things himself, and he likes to spin the wheel. Of course, the wheel is the wheel is rigged sometimes, mostly because, as all gambling parlors, the house must win. Why am I talking about this? Shoot. Okay. But yes, so you know where Wayne will be during all of this. So you can sneak in through the roof. Um, how? Okay, so what tools do you want to use to sneak through?
What tools do I want to use to sneak through?
All right. Okay. Do you
Like,
want some more ideas?
I mean, I got I could sneak in through the drainage pipes, go to the roof, then go down that hole that goes into, like, that restaurant area, right? The bar?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Chimney, yeah.
Alright, and then where is this, do I know, like, in general,
All right.
where
Okay.
the,
We're going to switch back for a second.
the Wheel of Misfortune is?
All right. Oh, we're gonna switch it to this. Okay. So bar area will be this area down here. We'll say in your time you have gotten a blueprint of what is it? Oh, shoot. Of dang, hold up.
I will
I forgot to put in doors. I was supposed to put in doors. Um, excuse me while I do that real quick.
Oh, we should have done.
Oh,
I just thought of something we should have done before Paimon went on her mission.
Oh, what?
So do we know the name of the staff?
um, yes, it is. What is it? It's a is some magical item called the what is it? The Trickster's Scepter.
We should have used the lens on it to see where it was.
All right. I mean, I'm basically just going. What is it? Paimon's still kind of in the planning phase at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like
Is
I'm
this
just
like
giving
one of
her
those scenes?
information.
Is this like one of those scenes in a movie where like they say what the plan is while they're doing the plan?
Oh,
Classic.
I mean that makes for a great action scene. However, at the same time, um, I I understand that what is it? That would be very difficult to play through.
It requires
I know.
pre-planning.
I'm pretty much just making stupid jokes.
Oh, all right. Lines are doors, by the way. I probably should have mentioned that. Oh, shoot.
The lines are doors. Alright, so bars right here, door right here.
This right here is a counter area, and this was it. Dang it. just spent more time on this. Over here is the craps table. Over here is the entrance. Over here seems to be a meeting room of some sort. Over here is where the guards are. This right here is a hallway that leads behind a secret curtain right there. That's not so secret because people come in and come out of it.
Okay, so I'm on the opposite side. I'll
But
be on the
yes,
opposite
okay,
side.
so but yes, so you can use you can use that magic item to find the trickster scepter, and the trickster scepter is currently being held by is currently being held by Wayne in his kind of notorious who, while being a changeling, likes to stay in one form. And so when he changes like humanoid form, he still keeps the same shape, really, or at least same face shape. It's just the rest of his body changes.
Okay.
Because he's incredibly vain.
Yes.
Alright, he's full of himself. Alrighty.
Right. That's a double door right there. Right. We're gonna go ahead, make ourselves a big wheel. Make it blue. And alt. Right. The big wheel stretches all the way across the side of the thing, in which, yeah.
I have
Shoot.
returned.
Trying to think. But yes, do you listen? How do you want to scale the wall on the outside? Do you want magical help? Do you just want to use a quick like rope and grappling hook? This is more like you buying random things at the moment to finish your mission.
Would fly work?
Yes, fly would
Okay.
work.
Gives you
Alrighty.
How
flying
do
speed
you
of
want
like 90 feet, yeah.
Let me check.
It's either 60 or 90 feet. It's pretty fast.
Speed of 60 feet.
Yeah, and you can dash while you're flying, so you effectively have a
Okay.
fly speed of 120 if you use your if you dash because you're a rogue. You can dash as a bonus action. So
Wait, when could Paimon fly?
she's casting fly.
Oh, she's casting fly.
Yeah, the spell
Okay.
that lets her that gives you a flying speed.
All right. Do you want any magical help, like sneaking through to the front to grab the scepter? As
Yeah.
in, like, do you want what is it? Do you want to just have spider walk, crawl across the ceiling, and go that way? Do you want invisibility because once again, Paimon, you have all the money in the world. You could just buy a potion. Okay, I guess you don't have all the money in the world. The red dragon has an amount.
I mean.
Not that this is
okay.
a contest, but the red dragon be a rich bitch.
Alright, so, oh man. But spider walking would be nice too. But I also want to do something with that. Okay. You know what? I'll just grab an invisibility potion. If there's one available at the shops.
Well,
Or
so,
Anastasia's.
hey, guess who's on this ship? Anastasia. What does
Anastasia!
Anastasia sell? Let's see.
Potions!
Yeah.
Yes. Who is Anastasia with? Gretchen. Gretchen makes potions.
Yeah.
Gretchen and Paymon are besties.
Right. Okay, so
Even better, because you get the best friend discount, which is only like which is only like 2 copper, but it's something.
all right. Okay. Due to your relationship with Gretchen, Um. And also, and some other things. You can request one potion from her a week for free.
Oh, so
That's still pretty
sweet.
good.
Okay. Then I will take a invisibility potion for the week.
All right. But yes. So, other than that, like friend discount gives you 20% off any other potions you want to buy.
The other potion. Okay. Yes.
All right.
Invisibility
Are there
potion.
any other potion type effects you want to buy?
Probably like is. Nope. Those are just slippers. Okay, so potion. I will probably get. Well, I have bombs. Think. I'm good with just the potion of invisibility. I've got just the potion of invisibility.
You still there, Maddie? It's so quiet.
Hello? Oh! Yeah, I'm good. I think just the potion of invisibility.
All right, just that. All right. Okay, so potion invisibility, you're going to cast fly. All right. So, okay. Next will be a bunch of ability checks. Well, is there anything else you want to do to prepare? You just plan on, listen, you're going to cast fly to get in, go through the drainage pipe. At some point, drink the potion. And your plan, if I'm hearing properly, will basically go up, take his scepter, Wayne's scepter, and then what is it? And go out the same way you came.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right then. Hmm.
Yeah, like
Okay,
once
then.
I get into like the bar area, I'll drink the potion.
All right. And you're going to hire Mortimer as a distraction, right?
Nah.
Or are you just going to do it while there's a big stage on the show? If so, what is it? Okay, so if you have a hired distraction, then that means you know exactly when you can grab the scepter. If you don't have a distraction, then that means you'll have to wait out when you can get the scepter.
Okay,
Which
because I was
means
thinking
you
of.
might need to.
Oh, sorry.
Which means you could be waiting around for hours for the right opportunity.
And
Because
the
I was
potion
thinking
doesn't
of
last
just like
forever.
rigging the rigged wheel.
All right. So breaking the rigged wheel. So
Just rigging it.
Oh, rigging it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Cause
How do
chaos
you want
by
to go
rigging
about
it
doing that?
wrong.
Do you want to pay the person in the back who does that?
So it's like somebody else like spinning it, so there's already somebody in the back of the wheel.
Yeah. It's there's a person that's Well, that's next to the back of the wheel. Turns a dial to make one side of the thing heavier, so it ends up spinning to that side.
All right, but if I'm not that strong though. But what if I like manually like stop it somewhere?
That would be noticeable.
Okay.
But if I'm invisible,
They would still notice the wheel very suddenly stopping as opposed
Yeah.
to the slow stop.
Also, this is like a world where magic is very commonly used, and this
Dang
is
it.
like a boss.
okay, so then Mortimer would be
Well,
the
a
way to
mob
go.
boss.
Morty would be.
Alright. Okay. Well, you see, here's another dilemma. If Mortimer gets kicked out of the gambling den, he won't have anywhere else to gamble the rest of the time he is here. How
That's a
much are
price
you going
Paymon's
to
willing to
pay
pay.
him? This will be a charisma check, if you will.
Okay. Okay, Paymon doesn't have that good charisma, but it's fine. We'll see.
All right. All right. Now roll a insight. I guess like an insight check for Mortimer, and add a +5 to it. Because remember, Mortimer doesn't want to get kicked out.
Yeah.
11. All right. Okay. So I guess for brevity's sake, he will accept the deal for 300 gold pieces.
Fine by me. He's poor anyway.
He needs money to spend on more fairy dust or different kinds of fairy dust.
He wants the fancy stuff.
He wants the pure shit.
Yeah.
But yes. All right. Okay.
Okay.
So, what is Mortimer's plan, and what's the go signal?
I mean, the stuff he's been sorting lately is just half glitter.
So he won't have any of his weapons on him, but okay. Oh God, what is his plan? He doesn't really have a plan. Stupid motherfucker. Alrighty. What can he do? What the heck? Alrighty.
He's
So,
got drugs.
yeah. Is he gonna just start doing lines on the table, man? He already does that.
I'm just saying, he's got drugs. There's a lot of things you can do with drugs.
Get it in the ventilation and make everyone high.
That would make Paimon high too.
No.
Not if
on-
you have a gas mask.
Yeah, because they have gas masks.
There's gas masks.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
had
we
them
have
for
some.
like
Stockpiled them for the gift
we've had them
invasion.
for like 30 sessions.
Oh my God.
We stockpiled
maybe
them for the
not
gift
that,
invasion when
like,
they were going to chlorine
25
gas the city.
sessions.
Yeah. We've had them for a while, so...
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, let's do it.
All right. How will okay. All right. So
Since Paymon's already
Mortimer.
gonna be. Go ahead.
Wait. So Mortimer doesn't have to be there then.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. So like Paimon can just go
Okay.
into the vents.
Right. So the 300 gold was to buy all the
Buy the
fairy
drugs.
dust you can.
Yeah.
To buy all that drugs.
Yeah.
You buy his stash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then again, I should mention this guy's a changeling. Fairy dust might not work on him as well.
But it will affect the people around him.
Okay. Okay, so here's what you do. You wait, so why not? Why wouldn't fairy dust affect him?
Because
Does he have
changelings are fey.
Are they resistant to poison? Is that what I'm asking?
No, but like I'm just saying,
Okay.
if fairy dust comes from fairies, it might not affect a fairy. It might not affect a fey as
Okay.
well as.
Or it might affect him twice as good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here is how we get around that. Don't use fairy dust.
Use the actual stuff.
Use something else, something that burns, something that'll smoke up the joint and make it and just pretty much make it a frickin' crack den.
So you're saying that Paimon, a
Turns into
small
a drug
child, go up to a plug and buy enough drugs that will absolutely zoot a whole club.
I don't
But-
see what the problem is here.
dealer. Put it in the ventilation.
I mean, we're talking about Paimon having the opportunity to sneak into some vents, light some stuff on fire, and then steal something. These all sound like worthwhile Paimon things to do.
I mean, Paimon would definitely do that.
I don't see how any of what I just said is a problem.
It's
Paimon,
just-
you work with a vampire who actively kills people.
I know, and she thinks it's
and
high.
runs a series of brothels.
Yeah. If anything, thanks to your connections to the criminal underworld, you have a source who's perfectly willing to sell this kind of crap to a child.
I know.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Paimon has like a connection somewhere too.
Listen, we all know that we all know that the rat who sells the stuff is related to you somehow. He's like your second cousin, twice removed or some shit.
Nah, he's one of the other uncles.
Yeah,
He knows Uncle Fester too, man.
Yeah.
he knows Uncle Fester, Uncle Ruckus, and Uncle Steve.
Yeah.
He's
They don't-
he's Uncle Ruckspin. That's his name.
Uncle Ruxpin.
Well,
All right, I'm
Uncle
hitting
Ruxpin
up
and
my
Uncle
uncle.
Fester don't talk though, so maybe don't mention that you've been talking to Thester lately. They've had a bit of a falling out.
Yeah.
If you were there, you know what happened.
And she was there. She was only a baby, but she remembers every moment.
See, I think I know what to call this episode. The best laid plans. Regardless of how this turns out.
Yeah, it works.
Even if it
Alright.
turns out to be an absolute freaking mess, it was the best
Okay, I
laid
do like the
plans.
vent plan.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Is there an easy
do
way
you
to
want
get
to
into the
attempt a discount with Uncle Ruckspin or not?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, persuasion check.
Persuasion. Alrighty. Ooh, I'm actually pretty good at this.
$20. All right. You put on your best Puss in Boots face from Shrek 2. And Uncle Ruxpin remembers you from that one family reunion some 2 years ago.
Yeah. He's like, oh, little Paimon.
And despite
Fester's
the
not
fact that
here,
you're
right?
buying drugs,
Yeah.
he
I'm
gives
growing up
you-
so quickly, Uncle.
All right, just don't. Oh, all right. Just don't tell. If you see Thestra, I heard he's in the area. Don't tell him about this. I swear to God.
Tell him anything. Not one word.
All right. Okay. So enough.
And I
knows
cast
what he
sending.
did.
All right.
I'll cast
So enough
sending.
stuff to listen. How long
Yeah,
do you want the
meanwhile-
stuff to burn?
Meanwhile, Thestra,
And
better not hear from him again. He knows what he did.
yes.
I want
We'll
it to
get
be
him.
like
We'll
a
backstab
hot
him.
box.
All right. Hot box. Okay. So how long do you want the hot box to last? A couple of minutes? An hour?
Mm,
You want to get him really smoked.
yeah, I want them really zooted. So an
All
hour.
right then.
Get
Okay.
'em.
So an hour. Okay.
Like-
So
Like
50%
you know that
discount.
news anchor from forever ago? We're going with that.
All right. 50% discount. 500 gold pieces.
You're better than that, Uncle.
Nah.
You don't want Uncle Fester to know what you've been doing.
Persuasion check again.
That's blackmail.
16. All right. 250 gold. No less.
Better, thank you.
Blackmail to a guy selling drugs. Who's he gonna go to? The police? Hello. Yes, hello. My niece is my second niece is trying to blackmail me into selling her drugs. Okay, this sounds a lot worse when I said it out loud.
I mean, yeah,
I
but
got him there.
shut up.
Sorry, I was picturing the rat actually being stupid enough to do that.
Oh. All right.
Ugh.
The night approaches. You have your whole plan set out. You cast fly. You make it to the top floor of the building. Roll stealth check. Once again, because someone might spot you from the outside. All right, 29. No one sees you.
I better hope not.
Despite your albino nature,
Mary
you
sees you, but no one else sees you.
The all-seeing eye of Sauron sees everything.
All right. Where were we? I was trying to think. But yes. So, you make it in through the drainage pipe, just like you said that you were, and then you find a access vent, or at least like some kind of ventilation system. You take they're starting the event, and you take the the wheel of misfortune. You take out the knife, and proceed to open up everything you bought,
Mm-hmm.
and proceed to light it with the dagger. The whole thing goes up in flames. You put on your mask. So you wait. Oh shoot, this will lead to a series of problems. Okay, so how long do you want to wait before you go out?
Let's do about 30 minutes.
All right. 30 minutes. Everyone but like three dwarves at the bar who are trying to get drunk and are kind of annoyed that everyone else is zoned out because they have resistance to poison.
Oh, I told you I wanted more. What?
Poor
Where
guys.
are you going? You're supposed to... Listen, you can smoke this junk off the job. I just want my whiskey.
But everyone else is zoned out. There is, however, Now, one problem.
Mhm.
If you drink the potion of invisibility, you will have to expose yourself to the hot box.
She cannot breathe.
Hold her breath.
Can I go back up to the
also-
roof, drink it, then come back down?
Also, who said she didn't drink the potion before she put the mask on?
Well, you see, if she did that, then she would have had to wait 30 minutes, and then the potion, I believe, is
Yeah.
already
It probably
out
would have
by then?
worn off. Yeah.
Let me
Why would
check.
you
wait
Let
30
me
minutes?
check. Let me
10 minutes?
check.
For an hour.
It lasts an hour.
Oh,
okay, I thought it lasted
Oh,
10
that's-
minutes. Maybe
that's
that's greater
perfect then.
invisibility. All right, yes.
Now, if
Yeah.
you cast, it is regular invisibility. If you cast a spell, it will end.
I don't plan on casting any spells.
She cast no spell. She just did an object interaction.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just
A lot of
mentioning
object
so
interactions.
that she knows.
Yeah, got you.
All right.
But I guess make one thieves' tools check,
Okay.
mostly to open the grate.
Let's check. It's just a straight D20, but since I have proficiency, it's advantage.
I mean, you're just
it's not
breaking
advantage, it's
bad
just,
right now.
Or is it just a straight
Um,
D20?
It's plus something.
Plus something.
Do
Okay,
you have
okay.
advantage?
I have proficiency in Thieves' Tools.
Well, proficiency just means you add a bonus to it.
Dang
Whatever your
diddle.
proficiency
Okay.
bonus is.
My proficiency bonus is +5. Okay, so it's just +5.
Alright. Okay, 17. You managed to undo the grate, and and much like taking candy from a baby, you take a scepter from a dangerous changeling who is currently zoned out of his mind, talking about something else.
I picture every single person is that one newscaster from like 20 years ago who for some reason thought it was a good idea to stand downwind from a pit of burning drugs as he's like he's pointing out what it is, and you can see him quickly start losing his shit. It's like opium and other narcotics. As he starts, like, seriously, most people have only seen that clip end after the initial giggle, but if you've seen the rest of the cast, he actually is like, they have to stop because he considerably gets worse as he just can't stop giggling. Oh, please tell me you found him.
No, I didn't.
You did. There you go.
Been too
All
long
right.
since I've seen that.
All right, Pyman, you did real good. Now get out of there before they. I mean, honestly, they're gonna be out for a while, but get out before anybody notices. Still.
Alright, so you cast fly again, right?
Yes.
Fly would
So I'm
still-
no
Fly
longer
would still-
invisible.
Fly would still be active.
Oh, alright then. But yes, you managed to take yourself out. Now, what do you do with the trickster's scepter?
You have a very terrifying vampire lord that you need to bring it to.
Getting back to Bella, I'm gonna look at my dagger friend, and then back at the scepter, and be like, "What do you think about this cool staff?"
The stick is magical.
I know shit. Do you want to try it out? I don't know what it does.
No.
Remember
No!
Remember that your gloves can cast Identify.
That's fucking true. That's true.
Are we sure? Wow, her plan worked her drugging plan worked so flawlessly that it zooted Maddie.
Just always dumb like this. No, I'm.
You're just like, it's like, guys, there were so many drugs going on right now that it literally got one of the players in high,
Mhm.
despite the fact that none of us do drugs.
So with my gloves, I'll be able to.
Welcome to talking to us
Uh-huh.
crazy LDSs. We can act like we are drunk off our butts while being completely sober.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Talkative if I drink.
Honestly, I wouldn't
Huh?
want to roleplay while unsober because I don't think I can stay on one topic for too long, which would make roleplaying kind of hard.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Straight to Bella's.
All
Because
right.
why not? She's the big boss.
All right. So you head to
worship
Bella's
her.
place. She's currently in the basement, as she usually is on her couch, dealing with what is it? Business matters. As you hear a quick slash of what is it? Of her fingernails against an unfortunate debtor who is now in two.
He's more deader.
Get out.
No, I'm here to stay.
Fair enough.
Oh, hello there, Paimon. It's been a couple of days. How's my little associate doing?
Fine. I got your scepter.
Why, thank you. Someone paid a lot of money for this.
I, oh man,
So is
Bella
it
has
for
to.
you?
Oh no, I don't deal in scepters. I think they're a bit too tacky for my taste.
Do
But
better.
yeah.
Meanwhile, pocketbooks like God, what is that smell? Because you guys do know smells don't leave furs very easily, right?
I mean, it
He
should be
smells like
noted
good.
that it should be noted that like the basement is also a giant hookah den. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying that you already have the hookah den going on, and then Paimon comes walking in smelling like the good shit.
Like they're really good.
smells like a Snoop Dogg music video.
Yeah. A lot harder than that, actually. We didn't specify what she got. She could have thrown a mix of things in there.
Skittles party.
Ooh.
Yes, I know that term. Deal with it.
That Pacololo.
Anyhow.
But yes, so Bella continues. It's like, yeah, the person who wanted it is strange. Also gave me two things. To give to whoever was supposed to give it. Apparently she's met someone you know before. Says you know what to do with these things. Listen.
My money's on Griswold.
Please don't tell me it was my mom.
And so, what is it? So your
Mhm.
payment. You get 3,000 gold pieces. A funny looking stopwatch, and a strange deck of cards.
Oh dear goodness.
A deck of many things.
Dude,
Well,
I think it is.
No. No.
Well,
no.
it's been a pleasure, Paimon.
I hope you had a nice life. Yeah, the next one.
Those are terrifying.
Like out of
Let's-
out of character, what you should do, take it out into the desert and bury it.
Yep. You could either get a lot of XP, super rich, or you could, summon a death wraith, or get yourself trapped in a crystal sphere buried at the center of the earth, or just
Let's
straight
see.
up die.
Oh yeah, I guess like when you touch the two magic items, you kind of know what they do.
Okay.
All right. So for the stopwatch, well, its official name is the Zalfiran stopwatch. This stopwatch is what you would refer to as a little bit metagamey. It comes with 12 charges on it, one for each hour. You can spend one charge to change the actual die roll by one in either
Whoa!
direction.
Okay.
So you can like use it to get like specific numbers. The downside is that what is it? Is that in order to obtain one charge, you must twist the knob at the end because it's one of those old-timey stopwatches for an hour to gain one charge.
Okay.
So what we
So if
need
you
to
do
do
that,
is
you can't do anything else. You can't do it during a long rest because you're not awake unless you're Ticker. But then again, I think Ticker has other things he wants to be doing with his
Yep.
extra hands.
Ticker's always
So, like,
busy.
I can't use it as like a fidget. I can't be
Um,
like walking around and just like fidgeting with it.
not
well,
to
you
mention she
can
only has
walk
one
around
good
and
hand.
fidget with it, but then, let's see. So technically, well, well, she can use the other hand kind of and can use kind of like the knuckles, if you will, hold it in between that and just spin it with the other hand. But you need a solid hour. If you stop at any point, then 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 you have to restart again.
Okay.
So just
Okay.
Um,
But if essentially I just have like a fidget spinner. Or just
Yeah.
like a little fidget thing.
right.
Okay.
all right.
But yes, so it works for attack rolls, and ability checks.
But not saves.
Okay.
Um, only wait, yeah, okay. Only saves with things that either require dex, listen, yes, dex, charisma, intelligence, or wisdom. Because it's not going to help you versus poison, because what it does is that it stops time for a brief moment so you can recollect thoughts in that period of time. But a brief moment is like a half a second so that you
Okay.
can better aim something into a direction.
Alrighty. That
So what
works.
is it? If something requires like a strength save, like lifting up something, it can't help you because what is it? And it can't help you with like if you accidentally eat something bad because what is it? Because it's based off of your own physical abilities.
As for the other one, please just
Okay.
be a deck of illusions. Please just be a deck of illusions. Please just be a deck of illusions. Please just be a deck of illusions.
And what is that deck?
Please just be a deck of illusions. Please just be a deck of illusions.
Yes.
Let the
It
poor
is
man speak.
it is a magic deck of tarot cards. Not necessarily a deck of many things. It is an altered version thereof. Whoever had like whoever had it clearly had fun making a couple of things.
Okay.
If you draw something, it'll have either a positive or a negative effect. Technically, they are all positive, just that some will do a couple of things.
So there aren't any cards that just outright say screw you and kill you then.
Um, at some point, I will give you a list of the effects.
Okay.
I mean, some of them could technically kill you depending upon what you are. We're going to okay. I'm going to spoil one of them.
Okay.
It turns whoever is currently wielding it, or at least wielding the card, into solid gold, which means this will kill anyone that needs to breathe or eat. So Ticker and Skirbo, you just get gold plated.
Which means you weigh a whole bunch and presumably get a natural armor class boost or something.
Yes, as well as what is it? Immunity to acid damage.
Oh yeah, that's a nice touch. I really like that touch. Because gold is corrosion resistant. That's clever.
Yeah, that is. That is.
I just pictured it's like Skirva, why are you gold plated? It's a bit tacky, if you ask me. Then why'd you do it? I didn't mean to. uh,
But yeah, so there's a list of fun effects that are flavorful, as well as a bit fourth wall breaking. Well, not fourth wall breaking. It's just kind of nifty, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okie
You have to
dokie.
use one to see.
Okay.
all right.
But yes.
And
Yeah,
with
What
that,
do you want to do now?
I played a
And with-
game once where they inserted a deck of many things into just a normal, like, written module. Yeah, it derailed the module instantly because they drew the one that gives them the ability to cast Wish. So yeah.
I wish the module to be over.
Never did find out exactly what the effects of that wish were, because it like kind of ended the problem of that module, but also kind of didn't. We never really figured out exactly how it worked because that campaign got cut short.
All right. But yes, what do you want to do now?
I just want to check first of all that with that our debt with Bella is squared, right? Or is this a different thing?
Your debt. No, this is something else. You never had a debt with Bella.
We didn't?
No.
No?
Oh, I thought we did.
That was the
'cause
last thing that any of the party really needed to do with Bella. Like needed 100% to do with Bella because that was like that was one of the loose ends we had to tie up.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just that was like a quest that was it that Paimon had that she could have done.
Okay.
And if she did it,
Oh
she would
no.
have gotten
Okay.
stuff.
Never mind.
And if she
I
didn't
thought
do
was...
it, then someone else would have done it.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. I thought it was. Sorry. For some reason, I thought we had a debt for the ticket. I forgot that we actually were able to purchase that.
You know what one of my
Yes,
favorite
you-
you know what one of my favorite pranks is for a DM to do? Give players that don't have access to the identify spell a deck of tarot cards and watch them freak out. But when one of them draws a card, like maybe they draw a card in a really hairy moment, or they draw a card, like they spend a long time debating and draw a card, it's just a normal deck of tarot cards.
That's so mean.
Yep.
All right. Well, if Maddie, do you have anything else you need to do?
Not that I could think
You
of
want to
now.
just randomly pull one of the cards?
You know what? Let's go. Let's do it.
With Bella
Alright.
right there?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
I mean, presumably we would have already talked to Bella by this time, so it's not an issue.
Yeah.
So if she
Alright,
dies, then we've already talked to her. We don't have to worry about the fact that our characters still need to talk to her. So it's still not a good
Alright.
thing, mind, but you know.
Yeah. That would still upset
Okay.
me.
All right. Paimon, roll me a what is it? Um, roll me a D21 because there's 21 of these things. Seven. What is
Lucky number 7.
7? All right. Ooh,
So it's not a full deck of cards, because a full deck of major arcana cards would be 24.
right. Okay. All right. So you drew the card. So, this card is let's see,
It should be the
is
chariot.
yes, is the chariot. It depicts well on the card. It depicts the flying well the what's it it depicts the Duchess as the ship as it's flying through the air. Um, and with that, it burns in your hands into a crisp. And you have a fly speed of 120 for the next hour.
Sweet.
Hold up.
I thought I burned up the.
Oh, jeez.
Why is my bloody ship on fire?
That would have been really bad.
Yeah.
He's
I
like, I
don't- I
wonder
don't-
who
I
did that.
I don't think Spencer would do that, though. Like, Spencer is sadistic. I don't think he's that sadistic.
Yeah.
All right. That was a funny thing. Well, yes, you gain a fly speed of 120, and you currently have the spell Haste casted on you.
Oh, dear goodness. That's a really good card to be
Oh.
able to just... That would be a really good card to, like, pull in the middle of a nasty situation. Just pull that card and boom. You have a fly speed of 120, and if you wanted to, because you're a rogue, you could triple dash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Zip, zip, zip.
Which,
That is with those stats.
Speedy.
That is just. And I'm out of the encounter.
Mhm. See here.
That's a fly speed of 960 feet. If you triple
Ooh.
dashed. Because I assume the 120 is taking into account the fact that haste doubles all your speeds.
Yeah. Probably.
So you move 120 for movement, and then you move 120 for your bonus action. You're at 240, and then you move another 120 for action number 1.
No, that's not that.
Double
Dash
dash.
doubles your speed.
I have heard it doubles, and I've also heard that it allows you to move your full speed again.
I've
Hence the
always
doubling.
ruled that it doubles. That's
Oh,
why
okay.
that's why sprinting is fat. That's why you get more out of sprinting if you
Yeah.
have a feature that
You
lets
can
you
dash
dash
as a
as a
bonus
bonus action.
Well, yeah. Well, a single use of dash times 2 versus move your speed again is irrelevant because it comes out to the same number. It
Yeah.
only affects things that can double dash
Yeah, or triple dash or quadruple dash.
or triple dash. Yeah. The question only comes up when you can dash more than once a round.
Yeah.
Or once a turn, I guess.
Yeah.
But either way,
wait.
you move a very big distance. Speedy boy.
Anyways,
What do you want to? What do you want to do with this?
Oh goodness, what do I want to do with this?
All right, I'm back.
Oh. So the Duchess, of course, is flying, right? Or just like hovering.
I think that's
Yes.
hard.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just
Well,
gonna
actually,
fly over.
it's a card.
just gonna fly back to the ship.
Yep. I want to fly back to the ship.
So let's cut to one of the other things now, probably.
Yeah. All right. What do we want to
Alright.
do? Our quick talk with Bella or the vibe check?
I think let's do the talk with Bella first.
Fair
that
enough.
That might determine some things about the vibe check. So
Yep.
All right. All right. go into the den where Bella usually be.
Ticker and Skirbo. This is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold up. Give me a second. Oh,
Hold up, Bella's flying. Belda.
okay, got this. Yes. All right. What were we referring to? Sorry, I zoned out for a minute.
We're gonna go talk to Bella. Ticker and Skirbo. We're gonna go talk to Bella.
Yeah.
All right.
We went
Technically,
to
this
where the
happened
Bella
earlier in the
usually
day.
be.
Yes, this happened earlier in the day, but yes.
Yes. All right. You. And so Bella's there. Oh, what do you want to say?
All right. Well, first of all, let's make sure we're discussing business privately.
Is it just Skirbo and Ticker, or is it everyone that's not Paimon of the main group that went?
Just Skirbo and Ticker.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Remember, we're there to discuss Clara with her, so.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and yeah. Bella's pretty familiar with us at this point. Probably knows that if this isn't about Paimon, it's probably about the girl. So,
Yeah.
are we alone, Spencer? Don't want to step on the toes again.
Yeah, you're alone.
All right, cool. Right. Yeah. Well, first order. Well, to get the pleasantries aside, how's business been?
Oh, it's been crashing as of lately, but we're still making a profit. That crackdown is kind of happening in business. We've had to go a little bit more underground. A couple of minions just died the other day. Well, died. Not undead die.
I understand. Here. Those doesn't surprise me much that they're giving you trouble. I watched them wipe out a legion of Bone Claw like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, and as I'm sure you expected, Clara's been doing fine. Recent developments, she's actually managed to somewhat make friends with our cook. She was scared of him before.
You're probably going to need to specify there's multiple cooks. I mean, I know you're talking about Lord of Ox, but she might not.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Have you given any thought to my offer?
Yes. Well, things are going a bit downhill here, and we'll certainly need to find greener pastures at some point. Unless things turn a profit, but no.
Well, I have another point of consideration for you. So, we have the final orb in our possession, but we're going to tie up a few things before we enter the pyramid itself.
Oh. Oh, yes, then my time here really has been cut short.
Aye. Me and Ticker have been discussing, and it may be in the best interests of safety that when we do so, we temporarily leave Clara in the care of my brother, Captain Dreadfuse, so that he can have her not be on this plane. I don't think.
Hmm,
I think things are going to turn rather sour in a hurry.
a wise move. I have nothing against it.
Hmm.
As long as you can trust this person, then
Uh,
then I expect
only
that
about
you
as
have
much
her
as you
best
can trust.
interest in mind.
Only about as much as you can trust me.
Quite.
What was the second thing she said? I missed that
Quite.
part.
Um,
Slightly before that.
the thing before that, it's like, well, as long as you can trust this person.
Yeah. Slightly after that, if she said anything between those two.
I said quite.
Okay, cool. That's it. All right. I thought I heard her say something else. Oh well. Yeah. Right. Right then. I'm wondering. Well, I guess hmm, as much as I hate to dig into any potential wounds, I'm assuming you haven't heard from your father.
Wait, she was there for the whole thing.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean
Uh,
like since.
hmm. It's only been a few days.
Yeah.
I assume he's fine.
Hmm. Fair. Just it just seems like it just seems like a lot of it seems like a lot of odd characters I've been running into lately. First it was that rock salesman, then it was that chef, then it was the other chef, and the frog people in the desert. You. Him.
Frog people.
Hooks a finger to Ticker. He- Belladrosa. Okay, I really need to let this one off my chest. No, I'm not the only one who thinks he's a bit of an eccentric, right?
He's always been that way. From my first time being here, or at least since I started being here, till last week, he's always been eccentric. Always been things. But when progress was slow, he was calm for some reason.
Mm.
No, but I guess now since things are being found left and right, it has everyone up in a what is it? Has everything up in the air, if you will. Things are going by way too fast. In the 7 years that I have been doing this around this area, um, we hadn't found a single orb. That is until you lot showed up. We had our own kind of balance, if you will. New influx of adventurers would come in. They'd come in all eager, only to find that they found nothing. Um, they would never get anywhere. They would be lost. And then they just settle down somewhere around here, and then I profit off of them. It was a, it was a good gig, not gonna lie. Um,
On it?
but yes,
That is an absolutely splendid business proposal. Scarvo just commenting on the fact that this was that this was an incredibly solid system.
yeah,
and then of and then of course hmm, we never Ticker, we never did find out who broke us out of prison, did we?
I don't think we did.
Well, you out of prison. I wasn't imprisoned.
Prison? Huh. I expect you guys to be in there.
He was. I was there before there was a prison.
Oh. Alright.
Wonder what happened to the. I wonder what happened to those traitorists. They. After all, they got my ship crashed. Clearly, they didn't. Clearly, they could have used an actual commander, but then I get unburied and, well, as you've just said, start unscrewing things around here.
Yes.
I don't think you need someone like me to tell you that this is nothing but bad omens, right?
Oh, yes. Well, most likely. And I think that the whole police system was fine as it was. We got to bribe the guards. The guards let us do what we want. As long as we made sure we kept a lot of the more terrible stuff at bay, it was all good. We got to make that sweet money from that university because and that decided to pay money into this for some reason. Um, when everything just just fine. Weird. Weird how they started appearing. Huh.
How'd you come to be here anyway?
Oh well, I had a job. Before this, I had a job, ringing necks in the streets with the whole what's it? With the whole. I'm not with that whole impaler fellow, uh, doing things on the outside. I tried to find the farthest place from the rest of my kin as I could. And I found this place. What is it? Well, not necessarily. I found this place before the whole incident went down, but I'm glad that I was here. And I thought, okay, well, this place will probably be safe. They're not really gonna find anything. All the adventurers usually end up coming back dead or coming back broken. So I'm just there to relieve the situation. I guess before all this. Nah, that's not important. Enough
Well,
about me.
well, well, when you've lived as long as you find that when some things are coming to an end, it's always good to reflect on how it all went, how it's been, and why it's ending. Although that might just be my age showing. as he puffs a couple of sea dragons with all the energy of a grandpa in his rocking chair.
Alright.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can't insight Bella to see if she's at all warmed up to us compared to how we initially met.
Alright.
Oh yeah, yes, that's right. That's why I have Mary do all the insights. Maddie just dropped out of the roll 20.
What? No, I didn't.
Ooh.
Well, I don't see her on. There
we
you
go.
are.
Now you're active again.
Yeah. All right. So that's an 18, apparently.
Yes, 18. I mean, compared to when you first met her, yeah, she likes you a lot, a bit.
Yeah.
Even if Listen, I guess it's not entirely your fault that everything has come to light. It's also the other party's fault.
Yeah. Kind of screwed over her business, but at least, she at least likes our character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, that's good enough. So, would you wish to? So, I guess, should you wish to? Well, I suppose we best be going. If 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 you decide on a good time you wish to leave, you know you know when to you know where to find us.
Ticker's gonna ask her, but we can't telepathically. Do we not tell her what we found out? Do we not tell her of this and advise that she leave with Clara?
Mm. A so, yeah, a tr- a s- excuse me, as my brain unscrambles. Yeah, a shark drifts out of the pipe, smelling of the usual sea salt. Although, if if you want my personal recommendation, it might be best if you left with Clara.
Hmm.
A lot of Honestly, after all the things we've learned about this plane, I don't think anyone in their right mind should stay here.
Sounds foreboding.
Would you
What is it
like
that
to
you
know, or do
know?
you want to sleep at night?
Hmm. I don't sleep at night anyways.
We believe this plane to be a prison for an elder god, Dendar specifically. And we believe the door that we need to that we are in the process of opening to be a barrier to prevent her exit. Our employer
Hmm.
has no intentions of not opening it, despite us telling him of these things.
The It should be noted that now now Skirvo's pipe, as it usually smells of a gentle sea breeze, it's now smelling a bit more like boiling salt water.
Oh, all right.
It's a
Hmm.
it's more of it's definitely it's a sign that that there's a completely different tone about this.
All right.
Yeah. More of
Hmm.
a he's yeah, he's definitely he doesn't like any of what he's learned.
This is very concerning.
Hmm.
Hmm. What's a safe place to go to? Hmm. All right. I will take Clara with me. Well, I guess I'll go with her. If to this Dreadfuse fellow?
I Well,
Hmm.
next time he's in town, I'll let him know. I'll let him know he has 2 extra passengers.
All
He's been
right.
running. You may have seen him before. He's the he's where the shipments of materials have been coming from.
Oh, that Dreadfuse. Huh. All right.
As she thinks about that for a minute and then goes, and then like puts two and two together and realizes, I am such an idiot. Of course those two are related. Considering the fact that they literally look identical, just one of them wears red and the other wears blue. It's like out of all the LDs, Dreadfuse and Skirvo look the most alike.
Hmm.
Purely because their fashion sense was incredibly similar.
All right.
All right.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, she's not going to tell us out loud that she realized something so blatantly obvious.
But yes. You must excuse me now. I need to liquidate my assets, if it were.
You know where to find us.
Quite.
Good day.
Good day to you.
I'm also going to
And-
acquire some more ammo while I'm out.
All right.
So I'm just letting you know I'm doing that. 'Cause
Yep.
It's just mundane ammo. So
Which I should minus the ammunition I've used, which weirdly isn't all that much. And I don't even
Alright.
need ammo because I got more than enough for the rest of the campaign.
All right. Now on to Mary's whole spiel thing.
Oh,
All right.
hey.
Okay. Let's switch this to ship view.
Yes, Sadar is going to find Lord of Vox and be like, how we do it on rations? How are
Should
we
probably-
doing?
We should probably go for a grocery run soon. Why do you ask?
How do I say this? The captain got another dragon in the crew.
He did what?
This is a normal one, though. This is a normal one, though. A normal red dragon. Instead of whatever.
A normal
is, and he just-
dragon is
And
still...
he just off in whatever direction Cerberus is, just lounging around, sunning himself.
While I appreciate that we hadn't acquired another incredibly colorful character, not it's a
That's really gonna
dragon
put it.
is
An
still-
incredibly colorful character.
Yeah.
That's out of
A
character.
red dragon is still another dragon. I
Sadar just
believe
shrugs.
that the captain may be a loon. Unintentionally, Lord of Ox is the one who starts the vibe check.
All right.
Voicing his
Sadar just-
opinion that he thinks the captain may not be all there.
So I just like, I think he's got to keep the wires loose. But anywho,
Anywho, Mary's vibe check.
Yeah.
Make a investigation check.
Yeah. I mean, just
Yeah, we're gonna do investigation.
fair enough.
Mhm.
Let me just check the information again on my sheet just to double check. And oh, of course.
Pending.
Did I just roll
Yeah.
something on Roll20 accidentally? Yes, I did. I did not mean to do that. I misclicked.
You got it.
I also rolled a
-4.
I rolled a nat 1. And Wit has a
Boy.
-4 charisma modifier, so yeah, he's not deceiving anyone about his true intentions. Ever?
Okay.
Like Wit's charisma score is literally 1.
So
The best number.
I got like the opposite of that.
All right, 34. Okay, so when you let's see, when you find out about the crew, for short time's sake, all of the characters that we dared to name, they're fine with you.
All right.
It's at
All
So
the-
the actual sailors are trustworthy. Thank God I have that bone.
um the aeronauts, that being like that group of
I think we only have one left alive.
Yeah.
No, we have
there's
two.
one right there.
There's okay, two.
There's more on the
There's
bottom
three down
deck.
there. Which we have five. We have five. We have five
All
airmen.
right. They're kind of grudging that they think that they would have been doing more things, and they're kind of not content sitting here, and also probably want to demand like higher pay.
Probably. But considering that there's not a lot for them to do at the moment.
I mean, all of them are technically on shore leave right now, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. What the thing is that listen, is that they really is that the reason why they became aeronauts is to do aeronaut things, and they've
Yeah.
only had like 3 days of service.
yeah.
Yep. I mean, that's how it works sometimes.
Mhm.
That's how it
Right.
works sometimes. Sometimes you gotta more for a while.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, probably
yes.
in 2 weeks' time or so, we'll probably be headed off to the Astral Sea. So
Yeah.
in game,
Have to
that
let
is.
Have you told them that?
Do we
No.
want to tell them that?
No.
Do you want to leave them out, having the five? What is it? The five, I guess, most competent people with working an airship out
Yeah.
of the job.
Not at the moment. I guess Mary could talk about that while she's doing the general vibe check.
Mhm.
While they're voicing their opinion, she's like, I don't know. I think I heard something about them being. I think I heard something about us heading out of this plane in the next couple weeks or so. Something about better something about better adventures elsewhere.
That'll be a persuasion check.
All right.
We're gonna add +3 because they understand that you are competent.
Yeah. Yeah. Despite the fact that Mary is unusual, she is competent. All
Well,
right.
okay, competent as in you know the inner goings on your upper management.
Yeah. Wow.
Um, yeah, they're not really content with the whole matter, and would still like to have double pay.
As for everyone else, do we even still have the four idiots left?
4 idiots.
Um,
Are they even still alive?
oh wait, hold up. No, you're down to 3.
Of course we are.
It's just like, okay, hey, I need to talk to you. Where the hell Jeffrey go?
He's dead.
Never mind.
The 3 stooges.
Okay, so the 3 idiots are still
Yeah.
3 of the idiots still alive. Okay. So that leaves the regular sailors, the schleps, who are just regular schleps, and then
How are the so how are the sailors and the normies
Um,
or
the
the sailors and the schmucks?
the schmucks slash schleps. They kind of like this whole shore leave thing because they get paid and they don't have to do much. They just get to sit here.
Kinda, yeah.
So as far as like another adventure goes, they're not entirely here for that.
Hmm.
Um, They just want to get paid and not do work. Like your average wage slave type of person.
Well, I
Um,
mean, so what I'm hearing is that we need to consider some layoffs.
Lay off all the
Oh,
we lay off the schmucks. We could afford to pay the aeronauts more.
Yeah.
all right. Roll a percentage die.
Oh, a D100.
Mm-hmm.
76.
All right. We're rounding up. I guess we could do 75%.
Three-quarters.
Yes. You have to lay off 3/4 of them. That is, if you want to keep morale up, if you will.
We have to keep 3/4 of people.
No, you have to get rid of
Uh,
3/4 of the schmucks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So
7 of
I
them?
guess
would
8
be-
of them.
7 or 8 of them?
All right. We'll
Get rid. Yeah,
pin
the
that.
ones you have to get rid of. Yeah.
We'll pin that for the current moment because Mary doesn't have the authority to do that.
And then there's also the regular sailors who are better than the schmucks, but not as good as the aeronauts.
Yeah.
They understand that this entire thing is typical and will stay with you.
Yeah, the sailors being like, well, of course you got to get moored for a while things get repaired, and when you don't, and when you have other things going on, sometimes this happens.
Okay, I have a question. Do the shadlings count as named NPCs, or are they in the generics? Because all they're given is number 1, number 2, boss.
I think they count as named
Oh.
characters.
Yeah.
They count as named characters, but
Okay, I was
they
just
haven't
curious.
told you their names.
I'll be
Nor
back
do they
in a
really
second.
have names.
I was just curious. Okay. Oh, I have a question. Does Shahara have what is her reaction upon seeing Cerberus? Considering, well, all of the not red dragon heads, but
Okay.
also
So,
clearly not Tiamat.
all right. I guess. Do
I mean, if she
dragons
didn't
have
notice,
some sort of?
if she didn't notice him, that's fine. I was just curious.
Do dragons have like some sense that senses other dragons or no?
Well, I mean,
Other
Cerberus
than
is
just like
lying there.
smell.
That's probably the smell, but she would see Cerberus because he doesn't have any shape shifting, and he would know she's shapeshifted because of the blind sight detect magic radius. That is, if she gets within 10 feet. But if she doesn't get within 10 feet, then
Okay.
he'd be like, "Oh, it's just another person."
All right. Oh, well.
Unless she smells like a dragon. Unless she smells like a
Well,
dragon.
That would kind of defeat the point of shapeshifting.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like just some inherent kind of like sense
don't
that
think so.
dragons can tell
No,
who other dragons
I
are.
don't think dragons
I don't
have
think
that.
so. I don't think so.
Oh, but yeah.
I mean, he doesn't have any shape shifting, so he's just, you know,
Lounging out like a cat.
Yep.
All right. All right. What did I miss? First of all,
Nothing.
Oh, we were just talking about if dragons can sense other dragons, and the consensus is no.
I mean, if she gets within 10 feet of him, he'll know that she's shapeshifted because of detect magic.
Okay, yeah, she's definitely getting within 10 feet of you.
Yeah, it's not true sight, so he wouldn't be able to see the true form, but he would know that she's shapeshifted.
Yeah.
Because detect magic.
Right.
Oh,
she
so you were
starts messing around with like the leftmost head and was like, how peculiar. What type of situation causes this?
Oh, that's I have no idea. Leftmost. That would probably be Amethyst, the new one. The new head.
Oh, thank you. It's new.
But yeah, so well, yeah, she starts moving around this this head
he
most
basically,
effortlessly.
yeah, Cerberus goes off on some long-winded spiel on like magic exposures and literally like swallowing magic and consuming it, and then sometime later, just boink, another head pops up. It's the strangest thing.
Strange is one word for it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mary was standing there, and then
Yeah,
he
she
just
saw the
grew
whole
up-
thing.
he just drew another head like a hydra.
Yeah, like a wrong Hydra.
And he was just like, "Yeah, that happens sometimes."
It's uh, uh,
But yes, so
I had a feeling that wasn't normal.
yeah. So listen, so I guess Cerberus doesn't react to one of its heads just being, effortlessly kind of being toyed with by this being that you know is shapeshifted, but you don't know what it is.
He's just there, and but is like, "What are you doing?" The sapphire head will like come around, and it's just like, "What are you doing?" It's like tilted sideways, in that quizzical, kind
Yeah,
of
that thing that
posture.
lizards do sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like, what are you doing?
nothing much. Just looking at the effects of something that I know nothing about.
Lurdevox stepping out of the kitchen with Sidar, looks at the thing, at the new person playing with the dragon, just going, "Is that them?"
Is it like, yeah, shapeshift to blend in or something like that?
Right. Let's go this way.
Yeah. And then the primary head, the red one, with absolutely zero tact, but just like, why are you bothering to hide your form with this magic? And he gestures with the hand up and down.
For fear of causing a disturbance.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah, it do be like that sometimes. He just shrugs his
mean,
shoulders with all four heads just staring straight at her, blinking simultaneously.
yeah.
In perfect sync.
I mean, just.
There's
I mean,
a
I don't know
bronze
how much.
head, a red head, a sapphire, and an amethyst.
I mean, I don't know how much more of a disturbance you can cause as opposed to Cerberus, Mr. Squiggly over there, and points out the Lurdevox who is trying not to be noticed, and
And the snake was slithering right next to him. Well, the snake man.
Honestly,
And
what Mary could totally call Lurdevox Squidward.
good.
Squidward
Squidward
tennis
doesn't have
balls.
face tentacles though, so it doesn't exactly work.
But
I
he's a
know, but
squid.
it kind of
Yeah.
works.
Kinda.
Because he's a squid.
Yeah.
Squid.
Squiggly over there, and
Wait, no, he does
And-
have one. It's his nose.
and whatever the and as well as Glex, or wait, Glex was the
Yeah,
was
Glex
the
is the Bahamut zealot.
okay.
Yes.
No, I was meaning or Zargothrax gives a minor pet to the Allosaurus.
Because he's
And,
a good boy. Actually, I don't know if he's a good boy.
Yeah,
He's the goodest
And,
of
He's a
good
very
boys.
good boy.
yeah.
He is
And
Lizard
I-
Man's best friend.
Yeah, he's the goodest of
And,
good boys.
And you know what, Shahara? I think you might have lucked out because I don't see the weirdest one.
Which one, Dark Notion?
You said his name out loud. Now he appears.
No.
Megadeth starts playing in the background.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Mary's just because that was Cerberus. I'm assuming.
Well, no. That was just out of character me asking, oh, Dark Notion.
'Cause I was really hoping somebody in character said Dark Notion. She's like,
From the shadows I come.
No,
As they just
Where is
like,
Dark
Cerberus would be
Notion?
that would be the one. Cerberus would be that one to just playfully, whenever if Dark Notion ever gets too close, just just snort a little bit of fire in his direction to see if he runs off screaming about his fire or whatever.
Yeah, so it's like, I think you're in luck. I don't think the weirdest one is here.
That psychotic human.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare say his name. We're secretly trying to get rid of him.
So, he didn't say his name. He just pointed a thumb at wherever Dark Notion is standing off, probably in a corner with the sword, talking to thin air. You mean
You
him?
know,
a
damn it, there he
salute
is.
you of wills.
Damn it, there he is.
Oh, so don't
Or
forget,
yours.
out of character, don't forget we also have the lobster dude.
Oh, Larry the
Yeah.
Lobster.
Yeah. She's just, Mary's
the
just
Homer
going to,
Yep.
Mary's going to press her temples a bit, saying, she's like, save me, Lord. Captain's orders. Shahara, that is Dark Notion. For your own sanity, it's probably best if you don't talk to him.
Why is that?
Cerberus will chime in and be like,
Nothing.
he's crazy.
Nothing about him
Crazy.
makes sense. But if you want to find out for yourself, do so at your own peril.
It seems the hunter has become the hunter-ed. The chaser has become the chost.
I assume he is moved from where he was before to right behind Mary.
Yes.
Bitch!
Wherever there is suffering, I was there. Whenever there is injustice, I was there. And whenever there is crying, I'm right here. Pats Mary on the shoulder.
Mary and Joseph, where do you get all this?
My mind is an enigma of the various cosmic energies of the universe.
Somehow I highly doubt that.
Quick question, is Dark Notion a human or an elf?
I think he's a dark
He's
elf.
a dark elf.
He's a dark
Yeah,
elf.
yeah, he was a dark elf. He's
Oh, dark
Because of
elf,
course
okay.
he is,
Like-
because dark
yeah,
elves
yeah.
are
He
like
had to be the had to be the ultimate edgy being in existence.
yeah, he had to play a dark elf, which is the edgelord race.
Cerberus will
Especially
lean
the
over.
male dark elves.
Cerberus will lean one head over and whisper to Mary, "Are all dark elves that insane?"
How many dark elves do you think I know?
He just shrugged.
You'd be better off asking the captain. I think he said he had a drow first. He had a drow first mate couple centuries ago.
He is equally as crazy, just in a different way.
In the fun way.
He is a loon.
We have achieved consensus.
Yeah. Lord of Hawks coming forward. Ah, so I am not the only one who believes the captain is not all there. Good commander, don't get me wrong. Just
A little eccentric.
I'm not sure I can use the word eccentric because that word is taken a bit too much by Beladros.
Anywho, moving on.
Yeah.
Anywho,
We have
okay,
achieved
anything
consensus.
else?
I think we
You
still needed
guys
to
need
vibe
to
check
do-
the idiots.
All three of them.
The vibe checks share a single brain cell between the three of them. To be honest, you think they're just you think they don't know what kind of job they're in, or what they've been hired to do.
With that, do they even realize they're even getting paid?
Oh,
Wait, is that-
they understand that they're getting paid because
Okay.
that's where the one brain cell goes.
Oh, I was
Okay.
gonna say, does that mean we could not pay them, and they will be none the wiser?
I mean, I wouldn't even count them as free labor at that point because are they helping? Are they helping or hurting? It's honestly hard to tell.
Please tell me at least one of them got eaten by Zargathrax.
Well, that's what the last one got eaten up by.
Aha!
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. He didn't touch the Mythalar. Instead, he yeah.
Well,
he
none
got
of them,
Jurassic Park.
none of them have touched the Mythalar for a while because it's been encased.
This is true. This is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. One of them just fell to the floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't step there. What? Whee!
Oh wait,
I'm
there
just
was
waiting
one
for
that
one
got
of them.
trapped inside the cage.
There was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How?
Good question.
He doesn't know, but he got out somehow.
I'm just saying, all of these guys have a Darwin Award with their name on them. They just have to give it time.
They just have to
And they're
die.
planning on collecting it.
Yeah. Honestly, it would be really funny if at least one of them is a Darwin Award survivor.
I'm totally gonna have one of them appear in Echoes.
He's
just- like literally the last one. And
He's
because
like-
he doesn't have to share the brain cell anymore, he doesn't die as easily.
Confused Spartan noises. How did this man get into the baby?
yeah, he's like, yeah, it's like,
Anyways,
it's just like, oh, this guy, he cannot have children because of a horrible accident that is entirely of his own making.
But yes, back to the matter at hand.
Yeah.
All the people have been vibe checked. You gotta get rid of like
Eight.
Eight
people.
Yeah.
And other than that, nothing else needs to be done.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, other than actually going through with the firing, but you know,
yeah.
that'll
just wanna
happen
go ahead
later.
and do that.
That'll happen later because I assume with our business with Bella taken care of, it might actually be a good idea to appraise Belladros of the current situation.
Should probably reconvene everyone first.
Yeah.
All right.
Back
So
one.
we'll wait. Okay. So next morning, when what is it?
Next morning, so
When
long rest.
when Paimon gets back, from her adventure in the middle of the night,
Let me roll some hit
turning
dice
entire
for
thing into
Mary.
Hypok.
roll some for
Yes,
Sadar.
everyone is back together. You want to go to Belladros now or later?
Before we do anything more, Wit will approach Skirbo. Captain, I have an idea I wanted to discuss with you.
Aye.
He pulls out a sheet of parchment and shows it has various runes written on it. I have developed a spell that I believe I could use to ward the ship. Make it harder to infiltrate.
The details.
So out of character, this is the Guards and Ward spell. What it will do is for the entire ship, fog fills the interior, and none of this affects the crew, by the way. Fog fills the interiors, making them heavily obscured, and at every intersection, there's a 50% chance that a creature believes it's going in the opposite direction from the one it chooses. All doors are magically sealed. And also up to 10 doors can be covered by illusions, so that they just appear like walls. Webs fill all stairs, and also there's lighting within the ship that is magically created.
All right.
Spooky.
So that's the
I
details she explains to you.
All right. What would be required to make this so?
I have already acquired the necessary components. This is not a particularly costly spell. I would simply need to cast it every morning for the next year or so, and then it would become permanent.
And you're willing to do this?
It is not a difficult task.
Very well then. Make it so.
All right.
As,
Oh, all right.
as yeah.
Start
I
rolling.
was-
I'm going to start rolling hit dice for Ticker. Just continue what we're doing while I'm doing that.
That was hilariously, while I was rolling hit dice, that felt like I was actually role-playing Skirbo sitting at his desk trying to get stuff taken care of. Sitting at his desk working on the papers. As he's effectively trying to draft up the best way to effectively do some layoffs. I mean, it's not going to be too big of a stink, considering that
Right back.
these are commoners we're talking about. What are they going to do?
Right.
Fight the terrifying
Fight the
group
pair of
people?
dragons, the Allosaur, like
Yeah,
3 gunslingers, the snake druid, disease bringer, the sniper, the pyro. Need I continue?
yeah.
No.
The sniper who's just Yeetus Deletus from the crows from the forest and just
The rock salesman.
oh yeah, it's Dig Dug. Dig
Dig
Dug
Dug's
was
still
good.
with
He was
us.
yeah.
Yeah, Dig Dug's still here. He's still selling rocks to the Three Stooges.
Oh, so that's how one of them dies.
Well, one of them got eaten by the Allosaur, and then there were 3, and then they bought rocks from Dig Dug. What they do with those
Oh,
rocks
they've
is yet to
been
be
buying
seen.
rocks from Dig Dug.
No, I think one of them is they're going to throw rocks at each other as
They're
a
gonna
fun game.
stone each other.
And one of them's going to take a really bad hit and just be gone
Get
from that.
stoned.
Just
Yeah.
get hit in the head while we're taking off, and he falls off the ship. Maybe get sucked into one of the engines.
Cue a Wilhelm scream when he falls off. Ah!
I swear, if we have at least 2 of them left, we could probably use one of them as a meat shield against the Impaler.
Sir, I mean,
You know what?
well,
I'll roll a couple.
Cerberus is definitely big enough. He could literally grab one and use him as a literal meat shield. I don't think he's that mean though. Yeah, no, he's chaotic
Yeah.
neutral, not chaotic evil.
And yeah, that would do it.
Um,
Okay, having expended all of Mary's current hit dice, thankfully we're not engaging a combat encounter for a while, so she'll be able to regain all of them before long.
Oh, yes. So you wish to go to Beladros?
Yeah.
All right. The
Mary
crew
is now
rolls.
finally back at full after getting eaten, after absolutely eating every damage attack in the dragon encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
but yes.
FBI training doesn't exactly cover fighting. It
Sentient
didn't
fireballs.
fighting sentient fireballs and
Piles of
if
money.
Trees and dragons and
hilariously, the piles of money didn't cause too many problems.
mm-hmm.
It was more like vampires, werewolves, possessed dumpsters. Something sensible.
I love how you include possessed dumpsters in the something sensible list.
You see, there's a funny story about that, and how those are actually really common.
That was his campaign's equivalent of the flail snout.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the
It
quick
never
cut.
spoke.
That's the quick
never
version.
spoke.
That's the quick
Rundown.
version of the story.
Yep. Never
Yeah.
spoke.
But
Never
yes,
killed.
so you head to Beladros's place.
Yes.
Everything seems to be ordered. Everything seems to be quieter than they usually are because now there's a entourage of those funny looking, listen, not funny looking. They're not really funny looking. Those kind of scary looking guard people who dealt with those bone claws. Just standing guard in front of the entrance.
Hmm.
They weren't there before. That's a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, as they listen, as two of them step up and ask you to, in a gruff voice, state your business.
We're here to speak with Beladros.
Identification.
Captain Skirvo of the Crimson Duchess.
Not sure I know that name.
Hmm.
You certainly don't look like him. You could be some infiltrator, if you will.
Not the brightest, are you?
I'm being secure. Now, are you going to cooperate, or am I going to have to break your arm? Surely it doesn't mean much to you. You can always have it repaired.
Yes.
Identification now.
I gave it.
An ID.
Skirbo.
Proof
We were not
that
given
it is
IDs.
you.
Ticker's going to telepathically tell Skirbo, "Let us leave for now. I can contact Beladros and have him speak to his guards about this."
Hmm. Very well. Well,
What business do you have with Beladros? He's a very busy man, you know.
well, it's only the call. Well, it's only an update on the whole reason he hired us in the first place. But if you think that's not important, that's not even remotely important to him, then I'm sure we'll just be on our way.
Hmm. Hmm.
Ticker's gonna leave.
Yeah.
He's gonna go out of earshot of the
Yeah,
of the guards
Yeah.
and out of their line of sight.
Yeah.
And if Skirbo joins him within the next minute, he'll be casting a spell, but he's gonna just cast Infallible Relay and contact Beladros.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, Ticker. How is it? What's it? My favorite Thry cream.
Apologies for contacting you so suddenly, but we have news for you, and your guards are less than
Less than
cooperative.
Hmm. Sounds about right. Oh, like the bunch. They're paid. They know what they're being paid. They seem to be getting closer. It's kind of unnerving, but I understand that they're trying to do their job. I don't want another mistake like last time. Sorry for the inconvenience. Um, with that, listen, with that, the front doors of the chateau slash palace type structure opens, revealing a wisp. You may enter, that as it states. Beladros's voice.
I think
The guard.
I think it should be noted
Let's
that for
go of your
increased
arm.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh I I walk. I pay the guard no further mind.
Ticker
As
returns after his conversation with Beladros.
yeah.
But yes, the wisp leads you into the room like it has done every time before. And Beladros is kind of sitting a bit forward in his kind of appearance, almost anticipating something. Ah, yes, what's it? My favorite employees. What goes on?
B. All right, guys, out of character. Should I just go for it?
I think
Just give him.
we explained to him that we have the orb, but
Yeah.
that we don't want to. We want some time to prepare before we go in, and
Yeah.
give him the 14-day number.
All right. All right, then, going for it.
All right.
Well, all right, here we go. The meeting was a success. That being said, I do not believe that the oh crud, I don't think we talked to the dragon about the taxes, but I think we already discussed this out of session that the dragon wasn't exactly the one.
Yeah, we can deal
responsible
with
for
we can
them.
deal with taxes later.
Yeah.
Once we actually come to a decision on what we're doing with them about them.
Oh, I actually had an idea that I was talking to John about. The idea
But
of
we'll worry
explaining.
about that later, though.
All right. Fine. We get. That being said, we have come in possession of the orb. That being said, before we place the final orb, there's a few things we wish to prepare. Make preparations to ensure that the remaining journey goes smoothly. Vicar has a few things he's finishing up. They should only take about 14 days or so.
14 days, you say?
Aye. Not
I can
terribly
arrange
far away.
such a thing. I've waited long enough. I can surely wait a little bit less than 2 weeks. Sure, whatever preparations you may do, any obligations that you had as my employees, I will write off for the time being.
Aye.
For you have given me what I seek.
Yeah. Aye. Just to check, how's your research into Dendar been going along?
It's a bit unnerving, to say the least. It's not pleasant knowledge that I have received, and it seems I have made a lapse in my judgment, but I am obligated to fulfill the agreement anyways. I
And as
found
such-
out that strange that those people we hired for venturing services, as well as that healing services, turned out to not be what I had hoped they had been. However, they're required to still be here. He's talking about like that. What's it? He's talking about the speakers. You know, the people that you guys had been healed with once. That Theron knows about because he died and was resurrected by
those guys.
them at some point.
Are they
guys.
the same guys who are they the same like cult guys that came up and talked to Belladros?
Yes.
All right. Cool. So he's not being dragged into some crazy cult.
Yes, because now he is aware of them. Congratulations! You have avoided ending number 3.
Excellent.
I assume that was one of the bad endings.
Yes.
Look at me playing smart.
Mhm.
Even though my brain cells are about as useful as those 3 idiots.
Bro, I feel that.
I got about 2 brain cells in this head, and sometimes they rub together in a good way, and I figure something out, but it's about it.
I still find it
Mhm.
hilarious that people think I'm the smartest guy at my current job site. I'm not.
Nah, people think I'm so smart because of my major. No, I'm the dumbest person you will ever meet.
Like I just have problem solving skills, guys. It's like to me, like honestly, I find it concerning that nobody else can do some of the things I do. uh, not trying to talk down to anyone. I just call it job security. But yeah, so well, I'm sure your research has been showing exactly why we wish to prepare.
Yes. I will allow such time. However, once again, some things are out of my hands, and unfortunately, the cult must stay. For we can. We've. I've done some tests, if you will. The strange thing is that whenever we try to bring any other types of clerics here, their magic just doesn't work for some reason. Almost as if something's sapping it. So unfortunately, as much as I would like to pay to finance enough healing potions, we are stuck with them for the time being.
So you're saying we've no choice but to bring at least one of them with us.
Oh no, no, that was not part of the deal. Um,
Hmm.
they they must stay here in the city, for that is the contract that had been agreed upon when we started this. Unfortunately.
Well, to each their own peril. What did you learn about them?
Uh, some not very pleasant things. Some strange things. I understand why they are blind to an extent. But now I'm afraid that they know a bit too much about me, if you will.
Hmm. There. Ah. So you discussed with them about the illness, and now they're trying to drag you, and now they're trying to have you join.
In a way, yes. My paranoia has not been good for the last few weeks, and it's certainly not good now.
Ah, so you made me a D&D character, is what you're saying.
I love that you imagine John as the kind of guy who would wear a gold-plated mask and be super eccentric while also being extraordinarily paranoid all the time.
Well, the paranoid part is the correct part.
But how do John, none of us can see you right now. How do we know you're not wearing a gold-plated mask right now?
This is
Exactly.
true. This is true.
Uh, uh, so yeah, I something about them did rub me the wrong way when I first met them. Did everything I could to avoid meeting them again after that. had to get Theron healed of some poisons, and I just could not shake the feeling that every sentence that man spoke was trying to get me to join some sort of club.
You didn't meet a man.
That was Beladros.
No. It's like, listen. No, it wasn't a man. It was Speaker Zatanna. That's her name.
Oh yeah, that's right. Either way, we met the priest at the temple, and I remember every sentence they spoke was almost as if they were trying to get us to join, despite the fact that we really just needed some heals. Could you cure the poison so that way we can be on our way? All good vibes and such. But anyways, so I'm assuming you've been given a time limit as well.
Not necessarily.
Hmm.
I must say, as soon as we open the tomb, I will give you 30 days. If not, I will have to send the other group in.
That is a worryingly long amount of time for one dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm more concerned
I'm
about
going
the
to
idea of...
say you're going to want rest days.
Yeah.
Still,
Ugh.
that's a
Rather-
worryingly long amount of time.
Ugh.
And we don't have a cleric, so we can't cast Word of Recall.
Setting aside my
Yeah, but we have Wit, who knows teleport.
It's true.
setting aside my disdain for that disrespectful little wretch, the fact that they don't know the things we know is what I find more concerning. I feel they'd trip over something thinking it'd be fine, when in fact they just cause the end of half the universe.
A worker does what a worker does. Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
True enough. True enough. Speaking of business, what time this week do you think the next shipment of supplies will be coming?
Should be tomorrow.
Where? How often do you ship?
Once a week. So next time would be 11 days from now.
So 11 days from now is when
Yeah.
when Clara and Bella leave.
Yeah. I don't want to have Clara gone for an insanely long amount
Yeah.
of time.
But we also need to get her out of here before we open that door. Just in case something real bad happens when we open the door.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thank you for letting me know. I have intentions to have... Thank you for letting me know. Just needed to check what times my brother's going to be in town.
Understandable.
I mean, bloody hell, hadn't seen him in 700 years, and I've only been able to talk to him for a few hours. And yes, I did go on my little vacation a few weeks back, but you can understand that I wasn't entirely conscious during most of that. Given the disassembly, and even in the parts where I was conscious, my vocal components weren't always connected.
I'm not aware of this. How did that go down?
It was very nice. Got to see some of my others brothers. They thought a few of them were dead. Hell, one of them I barely recognized.
Hmm.
He's never uh, I and I just one of them opened a bar of all things.
How peculiar.
He said some nonsense about always having a fascination with how the organics like to self-poison.
Ticker will kind of bow out, will say, I really must be going. I need to get to work on that project on my project.
Oh, yes, yes. And
Yes,
you are free to leave when you do.
yes. We'll be back in 14 days with the orb as promised.
Hmm.
Just for
Alright.
safekeeping, of course.
Well, Ticker himself was the one that was leaving, not Skirbo was
Yeah.
free to stay. Ticker was leaving though.
Yeah, well, there's other things Skirvo should do as well, like
And
layoffs.
Bellageros is probably busy and must do other things. He
Yeah.
does like speaking to you, but yeah,
Yeah.
he's got
Yeah,
schedule.
Ticker saying that was kind of a signal to both of these guys who like talking, but also both have a lot of crap to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very well.
No.
We'll keep it safe for now, and we'll be. And you have a pleasant week, Mr. Belladros.
Will do. Will do.
And
With
we'll
that,
make our
he
leave.
he waves goodbye to you, and as the doors close, you can feel eyes watching you as the guards watch your every step on the way back.
Um, yeah, Ticker's gonna get back to the ship and pretty much immediately start working on the secret project.
Yeah.
Yep. You get the four dwarves to help you.
Yep.
Yeah.
The rest of you hear what sounds like metal being forged.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Occasionally, Mary.
What do you guys
Oh,
want to
yeah.
do for 14 days?
First of
Hmm.
all, thank God that means I regain literally all of my hit dice for all my characters.
Mhm.
And we'll have we'll make sure that people are we'll do our Lerdovox and Sidar do their grocery shopping /
I am gonna make a stupid joke here. If anyone
Mhm.
sees Ticker working on the secret plan, it looks
Mhm.
sort of like the innards of a missile.
Okay.
it's just
Quick question. After getting the red orb, but
Ticker, are you making a bomb?
Not
I think
exact. Mary actually knows what he's making.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
explained it to Mary.
yeah. I know, but
Not
with what it looks like now, she's like, "Are you
exactly.
making a bomb? Because this does not look like what you talked about at all."
Well, it's a dumb joke. You know what I'm working on, and you know what I'm making a reference to.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I just thought I just thought I'd make that comment out loud. With
Yeah,
Mary
that's
occasionally
what I was
going
saying.
down to see to help where she can / just see what you're doing because she's basically had to take over all administration duties that Ticker usually did.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so what I was going to ask is, do we get the level up from the red orb even though we didn't turn it in, or are we still 13?
um you gotta turn it in, but we're gonna try to
Okay.
speed things up so we
Okay.
can get to
Well,
that point.
well, I was just curious as to whether or not to start
Yeah.
doing that now
Yeah.
or not. Okay.
Actually, there is one thing that I think we should do. We should ask what Anastasia wants to do.
Oh.
Yeah, talk to talk to your current girlfriend. You need to see if you need to see if she wants to continue the adventure, especially considering that the whole this place
world
this place is getting dangerously close to wanting to go
Die.
bye-bye.
Uh,
Maybe not explicitly tell her that. You don't want to panic her unless you feel the need to not keep secrets, which is understandable.
I'll save that for when we go to turn in the red orb. Be like, yeah, so
By the way,
it's entirely possible we might all die.
you're like, yes, I love you too. Also, there's a possibility we're all going to die as soon as we put this in the hole. Bye.
What? What? You couldn't start a sentence like that?
You can't just drop a bombshell like that.
But yes, Paimon, what do you want to do for the next 14 days?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh gosh, what do I want to do?
That's a lot of time that could be spent pickpocketing and looting and otherwise nefariously earning money.
But I have
Listen,
so much
you
money.
could also help. What is it? You could help.
Help Bella run a criminal enterprise.
Well, it's not really running anymore. It's more like help liquidate assets, if you will.
Yeah, might as well help the boss lady.
All right.
You know what
So,
might not be a bad idea, guys?
Yeah.
We could take the ship, try to find a purple worm, and
Harvest it.
and harvest. Yeah,
We still
because
have
we don't
all of the
need
purple
to
worm
fight
poison.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
well,
there's other
a
stuff.
good amount of it.
Well, we've sold a little bit, but by and large, we still have like 75% of it.
Yeah, that is true.
We don't really need to do that because we already have plenty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We could also just generally go around using the ship to collect food materials and such.
The cactus fruit does work like a good berry spell.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I
And
should
I
have
don't know
mentioned it's like
ours are
there was
good.
there is an issue if you eat too many of them. Like, listen, if you eat more than 10 of them, you have to start making Constitution saves. Which get progressively worse. In short, cactus fruit is like a citrus fruit, and if you eat too many of them in one sitting, the acid starts to wear down like
Stomach lining and all
your
that.
your saliva, and then it'll become really hard to eat, if you will.
All right.
Yeah. Sadar
Yeah,
would know
so-
these things because he's a local,
So it might
right?
not be a bad idea
Yes.
to do some
Yeah, but we can still harvest them and put them in the cargo hold.
Yeah.
harvest some, get some maybe while we're out also shoot down some rock.
All right.
Maybe make some stuff out of some of them scorpions. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can do from the air that doesn't really risk any of us actually getting hurt over this time.
Yes. So, do you want to do like side adventures in those times, and we can like discuss that after session?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do
Oh,
something
right.
like that.
Okay, so
As
liquidating
long
assets,
as it comes
getting
out
food.
that all important party members are for the upcoming dungeon are going to remain full health for the inevitable beginning.
Mhm.
As long as you don't do anything risky, as long as you stay at a safe distance and abuse ranged combat, you should be
mean,
fine.
I have so many cannons. What do you take me for?
We have cannons. The spellcaster has a flying
I mean,
caster's touch range of.
you wanna know what was the
Ticker's
craziest?
not even there because he's busy.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know
Also,
what? You know what
why
my idea-
melee? Why Sadar melee when have dragon?
Yeah. Also, like you know what my idea was for taking down a purple worm?
Just cannonball it.
Drop something to lure it to the surface, and when it surfaces, drop anchor.
Oh. Squish! I think it's dead.
Ping! fishing.
Oh,
I think
the
he's dead.
purple worm is
We
a lot
literally
bigger
go-
than what you think that it is.
Literally go fishing with the anchor.
By Jove, I think you caught something.
And now we
Oh.
have a purple worm, and we caught a bigger something. Huh.
All right, but yes, Skirvo, not Skirvo. So, day comes
I think it goes
for
without saying that I did those layoffs during this time. We
Yeah.
regretfully
Yes.
inform you and as such and such.
And Sidar will just briefly mention, hey, we're all leaving this entire plane in about 2 weeks after we go down to the dungeon
Well,
turn
Yeah,
things.
probably a little longer than that, but we'll see.
Yeah. And basically just, hey, if she wants to come join with us, then, or stay with Sidar, then he's leaving in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, something
All
like
right.
that.
Well, 14 days is when they're heading down into the dungeon.
Well, yeah.
And
Yeah.
an unknown amount of time after that's when they're going back to the ship and leaving.
Yeah,
Very
if she wants to
quickly.
come with him, she could, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's our because I feel she has her own teleport spell she could use,
Mhm.
or at least knows how to
Yeah.
get one. So if
Yeah.
she decides to come with us, it wouldn't be too big a deal.
Yeah, just make sure they have like a pair of sending stones so that
Mm-hmm.
Tadar can tell her we're going, teleport to the ship.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And then that counts as the
All right.
associated object. The sending stone counts as the associated object, meaning she just teleports right next to Tadar.
yeah,
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
But yes. So, what is it? So, so she says that she has like some obligations with the witches of the valley. However, she found in the time, or at least in that period of time, she finds a loophole in the contract she has with witches of the valley, and it doesn't say anywhere that the Duchess, well, the Crimson Duchess, it can be a quote unquote establishment, if you will. Um,
So she's basically like unofficially make the Duchess a storefront and call it good.
yeah.
Well,
Listen,
I mean,
she gets
we already have 2 potion sellers there. Why not have a third?
yeah. But yeah, so she gets close with Gretchen, or at least as far as like business partners go, as they realize that their businesses can work together, and
Yeah.
so what is it? And so they've completely like renovated part of the downstairs for the craft of making things, and
Alright.
they sometimes have what is
I
it?
assume they got
Um,
clearance for that from the captain first. I mean, you don't just do
yes,
that.
yeah.
Good.
What
You
is it?
don't
But yes,
just do
so the
that
11th
willy-nilly.
day comes. What is it? Um, as what is it? As
It's
the
Skirvo probably spent a good chunk of that day. Also, obviously, it goes without saying we were spending a lot of time with Clara and also letting her know what to expect.
what's going to happen, and then everything's going to change once again.
Yeah.
Clara is very sad about the entire thing,
Yeah.
because she doesn't know Dreadfuse very well, and also she has to leave kind of this established lifestyle that she had
Yeah.
once again, and she
Don't
doesn't
worry, I'll
quite
be
know
coming.
where she's going.
Worry not. Once I'm finished here, I'll come get you.
And I'll be with you that whole time. That was Clink, in case that wasn't clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clara pets Clink. It's like, I'm glad you're coming with me. Uh,
I
You
wouldn't
take-
think of being anywhere else.
Take good
let's see.
Take good care of-
She hugs Clink.
care of her
All,
sick-
you kind of hear like a slight, screech
slight
of like the wings, as like the hug might be a little bit too
A little
tight.
creak.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And
Yeah,
and Skirvo. Skirvo will look down at Clink and he's like, and I expect you. I expect you to act in my stead And I also expect you to know what'll happen to you if you fail.
You can count on me, Captain.
Very good.
You can count on me, Captain. like his voice gets higher as he gets squeezed.
As his mechanical eyes are just literally bulging out. On the
But you
11th
promised
day,
to see me again, right?
Of course.
absolutely.
Pinky promise.
Skirvo's is gonna lower himself down to her height and extend his.
And with kind of like a strange, listen, in
Yeah.
a strange
Yeah.
sense of bliss, you listen.
Yeah.
You hold pinkies together for what seems to be an eternity, but
Yeah.
was less than a moment.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I will hold you to that.
Yeah.
You
So-
made
so
a
Sidar
pinky
will-
promise.
Yeah. Skirvo's
Okay,
gonna bring her in for another hug.
Well, when he's done, Sidar will just, just sort of do a brief, raise of his hat and I'll be like, "So long, kid. So
Yeah.
long. Good
Yeah.
luck to you. See you on the other side.
Great.
See you on the other side." I'm
Lord-
forgetting to drag out the essence.
Lord of Ox is very clearly trying to hold himself together. As he's packed her a little something. Obviously.
A sack lunch.
Well, not really a lunch. She doesn't really eat
Well,
what we
it's true,
usually do,
true.
so at least snacks.
Mm-hmm.
So
She has the alchemy joke too,
yes.
by the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Wait, what's the story behind like magic items you make that are on a different plane now?
I don't think that affects anything. There's nothing in the rules that says that
nothing
affects
says
anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing says it does.
I mean, if it did,
Alright.
Clink couldn't go with her either. So
Yeah.
Okay.
so unless you want
I
to be
remember hearing.
heartless,
Listen,
the alchemy joke goes
I'm
with
not
her.
heartless. It's like I remember something. It's like, a magic item loses its magic after 30 days if you
No.
use
No.
something.
Well,
Okay,
if I
never mind
die,
then.
it loses
An
its magic.
infusion.
But
All right, if you die.
Yeah. All right.
Um.
Yeah, Lord of Ox is
I literally plan that if Ticker knows he's going to die, he's basically going to put the last of his power into the like the magical bond between him and Clink, so that Clink becomes permanent.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically, burn his own soul so that Clink becomes permanent.
Yeah.
All right.
If he
I
knows
like
he's
that
going to die.
Yeah, Lord of Ox, he's like, take care of yourself, dear.
I will, Uncle Lurdo.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry. God.
Zidar's looking at him with a raised eyebrow, like his hood is going in and out in a confused state. He's like, he is a cobra, so I mean, he doesn't have the hood.
Yeah, Lord of Ox Lord of Ox is very clearly trying not to cry.
Yeah.
Oh,
For the most part, people haven't seen Sidar's hood because he's had no reason to, flare it and be like, scary.
Yeah, Skirvo's talking to his brother a bit, just letting him know about some of the stuff and the usual take good care of this one and all that classic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
it's all a very
Pylon, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm minding my own
Maddie.
business.
Oh,
Uh,
wait, what?
What? Gosh, what am I doing? I'm probably minding my own business up in my
Oh.
ghostess.
You didn't even want to
Okay.
make a snarky comment about
Oh.
about the Squid Man trying not to cry because the little girl's leaving.
Well, I'm sorry, Paimon. I'm getting you involved. All right. So, Bella comes up to you. Just kind of ruffles her hair. Well, your hair. This is stay alive, kid. It's like, eh, I see you have a bright future in front of you. Don't do anything too stupid.
Promise anything?
Like she sees all like the bombs littered around my crow's nest.
Yeah. Theron just sort of, from the back, just tips his hat with a nod.
But yes. So with that,
Where's the Dreadfuse obviously introduces himself to
mommy.
Bella.
You did it again. And no one noticed again. How do you do this twice?
Well, I didn't quite hear what she said, so
You're gonna keep it that way.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
rolled
keep
a
it that way.
All right.
But yes. So with that, Bella picks up Clara, and over her shoulder, she's waving bye to you as like as purse, pocketbook, footstool, chest, trying to figure out names for the others.
You forgot footrest. It was
Footrest.
Yeah.
Stool and footrest, and well,
Person
as well
pocketbook
as
and then
well, yes, as this congregation of thralls who really don't, once again, really don't have any kind of emotions toward this entire thing, because all their emotions have been taken out except hunger and obeying Bella's orders, as they look on, as the ship that that Dreadfuse.
Yes,
I forgot the name of it.
Miss Bella, I presume.
Yes.
I'm Captain Dreadfuse. This Scarvo has already enlightened me of the situation. Welcome aboard the Cobalt Crow.
A fancy ship you have here. We'll see where this takes us. And with that, the ship,
what it tastes like?
where it takes us.
where it takes us.
Okay. Yeah.
But yes, so the ship slowly goes into the horizon. As the portal, as the port key that they had opens a small gateway, which the ship slowly goes through and disappears. As it blinks out of existence, as you guys are left there on the side, and Tigger gets back to work. 3 days passed. The project has been complete.
And it is within Ticker's workshop, if you're curious. That's where it's being stored.
Yeah.
Yes. Now is the time that you are being summoned, as Beladros comes to your ship himself. As he takes a knock on the cabin door.
Mary will
Hello
open it.
there. Ah, Mary. Is the captain here? Today's the day.
Right there. Skirvo's on the desk looking at one of the drawings from Clara. Beladros, didn't see you come in. He folds the drawing and puts it in his coat pocket.
You miss her.
I don't think Beladros knew about her.
You know Bellatrix can scry on you, right?
Yeah.
He sees he
Yeah.
does
All right.
notice that you have been around a child for
Yeah.
a long period of time.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me in all this period of that you in all this time that you haven't spent a significant enough time with Clara, gave her several piggyback rides,
Yeah.
watched her do several other things, and you think Belladros wouldn't have glimpsed in on any of those moments,
Yeah. That's fair. At the same
especially
time,
within
he
the
had a
last
lot.
14 days.
Yeah. That's fair. I suppose. Though I suppose after 2,000 years, I'm finally experiencing something most of the men and women who've ever worked under me have had. Someone to go home to. For me, it was always the next adventure. Now then.
Well, now
Well-
then, time is at hand.
Very well. Ticker, take us in
Whoever
the
you
air.
want to bring.
Yeah, we're going to. If I remember correctly, we're going to park the ship where the as close as we could to the dungeon itself, so that way we could. So that way we could teleport to the thing
Right.
and then teleport back to the ship because of
Gotcha.
the distance of teleport.
Teleport
So as-
basically doesn't have a distance limitation. The issue is if this dungeon is going to pull some Undermountain Bolt.
Yeah,
crap.
that's right. So having
Which I'm
informed
gonna-
Beladros of that,
which I'm going to test before we do anything else.
yeah. But
All right.
as a result of being careful, Lord Skirvo is going to appraise Beladros of that situation so that he can direct us to the what would effectively be the closest, what would be a good spot for the ship to be. In all honesty,
Yes. So what is it? So he parks you at the spire itself.
all right.
Inside the spire. Some details that you might have not remembered is that there, because let's be honest, the pile of gold as well as relics of bygone ages is more important than a door that led downwards.
Yeah.
But there's a door that leads downwards. It's spiral, much like much like how how the spiral went upwards when you met with the red dragon and whatnot. It also goes downwards, and deep into the depths you go until you reach that central chamber, where it has been 29 sessions, 28 sessions, 28 sessions ago, that you first saw this place. It looks no different than the time that that you have since left. And Beladros asks for the orb.
Yeah.
Tika,
Ticker pulls it from the bag and hands it to him.
Beladros makes a big sigh. I sure hope that we're going to find what we're going to find. And make sure you don't pull anything you're not supposed to.
I should also mention
With
that Ticker is now wearing a tight bracelet around one of his wrists that is studded with a electric blue gem.
Yeah.
All right. Nifty. I assume that has to deal with the secret project.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. With that, he places the final orb in.
All hands ready.
Speaking of,
Let's go.
I don't know if we want to determine this now or in the after session or next week.
We can determine
Well-
who's going in there
After
in the
session.
after session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying that for all intents and purposes, whoever's there, be ready, because we don't know if opening the door is literally just going to do something.
Yeah, Wit's
Mhm.
there,
Wait.
definitely, and the main party's definitely there, but we don't know
Yeah.
exactly who else.
The Eye of Sauron, obviously.
Well, yeah, but
Mhm.
okay, moving on.
Anyways,
But yes,
Anyway.
so he places the final orb in. All this time building up as magic circuits of some ancient forgotten empire begin to whir once again, unused for over 1,000 years, now opening once more. And with that, we're going to end the session.
All right, so that was quite the session there. So
Mhm.
we will we may or may not be back next week. We don't know yet, but we'll figure that out. Thank you everyone who watched. You can find the archives on the archive channel. See you later.